Boomers and the Woodward area. Fantastic people. With that said, we're getting down to the final few minutes of pregame as the starting lineups, opening tip-off, national anthem heading your way. We'll step aside for a final break and come back for the Woodward Boomers hosting the Liberal Redskins on homecoming night. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Yeah.
We need each other, now more than ever, because every someone needs someone else.
We need each other, because when we work together, we can do so much more.
When we work together, we connect more children with what they need to grow healthy, educated, and safe. And that's what Child Fund is all about.
Together, we co-create, support, and sustain connections that lead to greater well-being for millions of children facing poverty.
Which also benefits their families, their communities, their countries, and you.
Because when you make someone's world better, you make everyone's world better.
Child Fund. Because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 24 countries to achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
I'm Tiffany. I have some tips for you on how to quit smoking like I did. I threw out my ashtrays, lighters, and matches, and it worked. To help me with cravings, I put a picture of my mother in my car. She died of lung cancer when I was only 16. Now I have a 16-year-old daughter. That picture of my mother reminds me that I don't want to miss all the things my daughter is going to do in her life.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as we're just moments away from getting tonight's slate of games underway between the Woodward Boomers and the Liberal Redskins, the Lady Reds versus the Woodward Boomers up first. And Dakota, we pretty much talked about all the big keys to the game at this point, but in your mind, what's kind of final one big thing you will see from the Woodward girls tonight before they get to this, or to be able to try to take this win?
I just want to see them, excuse me. I just want to see these Boomer girls come out here and be very physical and up front with the Redskins, and I don't want them to lay off the pressure. I want them to be engaged a full 8 minutes every quarter, not giving up anything, not giving up any points, easy points, just being engaged full 8 minutes every quarter.
I think that's a good way to leave it off with that. We've got the national anthem coming up. Then the starting line is 5. Looks like the Woodward High School Choir will be singing our national anthem tonight. Got a good crowd on hand, of course, for homecoming. Got plenty of Boomers out in support. We'll turn it over to Troy Harley.
We will recognize a moment of silence so that we may, if we choose, let the technically pray or engage in other silent activities. Once again, Woodward High School would like to welcome Liberal to Woodward, Oklahoma. And we would like to welcome all of you to City Backcourt. Let's take the starting line for the Liberal Lady Veterans. We're in the 1, Patty Ryan. We're in the 5, Charlie Lewis. We're in the 1, we're in the 23, Amy Rivera. We're in the 34, Anita Delgado. The resident coach, Brady Fowler. And now it's time to meet the starting line for Woodward Girls. Referee, Lenny Duckett.
And that was your starting 5 for both squads. In case you missed it, for the Liberal, Lady Reds is Smarty Lewis, Ellie Hatcher, Haley Contreras, Camila Delgado, and Kylie Ryan. For the Boomers, the 5 we saw over at the Buckle the Wheat Belt Tournament: Bradley Douglas Fisher, Jocelyn Treese, Lily Luckett, Lexi Mendel, and Riley Moore. Boomers are in their home white uniforms. Liberal in the road red uniforms. Red with the black and white trimming down the shorts and the shoulders, and the black numbers and text trimmed in white. Boomers black trim, black numbers and text on the white jerseys. Boomers going right to left in front of us in the first half. Liberal going left to right. 8 minutes are on the clock. It's Riley Moore against Shamari Lewis for the tip-off. There's the whistle. Ball is in the air, tip is up, and it's one controlled by the Boomers. Riley Douglas Fisher, top of the key, swings it left wing to Jocelyn Treese. The Boomers have their first possession of the ball game. On the right wing, Luckett takes the handle. Started in a man defense by Liberal. As Treese gets on the left wing, flips it over to Moore on the right side. Moore dumps it in for Riley Douglas Fisher. Shots off the mark. It rimmed out. And Liberal comes down with the rebound. They'll push. Contreras, top the key, drives down into the paint, puts up the layup and gets it to go. Kylie Ryan took it from the top and just attacked all by herself, got the bucket, and that's how we're underway with the scoring. Liberal on top 2-0 over the Boomers. They work back right to left on the wing. Left side is Riley Moore. Goes top key to Douglas Fisher. Swings it to Treese at the Jimmy Pickcourt logo. Dumps inside to Riley Moore on the right block, puts up the leaner. It's high off the glass and in. Riley Moore with the first bucket for the Boomers of the ball game.
Way to use your body on that play.
Yeah, good job as the Boomers have applied the press. Liberal breaks it as they throw it down to Hatcher. Hatcher gets it rejected. Boomers come up with it. Riley Douglas Fisher down the right side of the court on the wing. She's guarded one-on-one by Contreras. Has it flipped up to Mendel, top of the key. Mendel hands off to Moore. They go in the left corner to Luckett. And a whistle and a foul defensively on Liberal, as it looked like, is that Riley Moore that hit the floor? And they do get Hatcher for her first, team first for Liberal. Boomers keep possession. 6:48 left in the first quarter, tied 2-all. Inbounds goes to more of the paint. The leaner off the back iron, rebounded by Liberal and Ella Hatcher. Hatcher throws ahead to Ryan, who goes to Lewis in transition, high off the glass from the left side. So a 4-2 lead for Liberal. As Boomers attack back on the right side, Mendel goes baseline for the shot. It's off the side of the backboard. Can't get her own rebound. It's flipped ahead by Liberal to Contreras. Down to Lewis for the right-handed layup. Shamari Lewis, 4 points. Liberal leads 6-2. 6:15 left in the first quarter. The press is on. Boomers trying to break it at the midcourt. Riley Moore throws it left wing to Lily Luckett across the timeline. Moore gets it back top of the key and feeds back to Luckett. Luckett tries to bounce it into Riley Douglas Fisher. The pass is too strong, and it was off the mark on the bounce. Out of bounds, back to Liberal. So 2 turnovers early for the Boomers.
Not what you want to see.
As Liberal will take possession up 6-2. Boomers have applied the press down the right side as Lewis kicks it cross court to Delgado. She flips behind her to Ryan. Contreras with the drive, puts up the floater, and that's over the rim, and it's knocked out of bounds by Woodward on the loose ball. As Liberal keeps possession, inbounding underneath the right block is Contreras. Flips up to Delgado, to Hatcher, top the key behind her. 5:50 left in the first quarter. Liberal up 6-2 on the right side. Contreras dumps in the paint on the block to Delgado, turns and puts up the one hand off the glass for another layup. And the Boomers find themselves down 8-2, 5:45 left in the first quarter. A timeout taken by Coach Lacey Moore. We'll step aside with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Dear Vet Techs, thank you for a great experience and for your support of the military and veterans.
Thank you so much, Vet Techs. Our family has gone through a lot the last few years, and this gave us a nice break.
Every empty seat at a concert game or a special event is a missed opportunity to say thank you to a veteran. Give your extra tickets to Vet Techs. Give something to those who gave. For more information on how you can make a difference, go to vettix.org.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Boomer TV. Dakota Wagner and Tyler Riggs with you. Woodward out of the break. Gets an opportunity. Breaking the press. Riley Douglas Fisher down the middle of the paint. The layup too strong, but she's hacked on the way up. And Riley Douglas Fisher draws the foul. Hits the free throw line for the Boomers as they trail 8-2.
That was a good drive there by Briley Douglas Fisher. Kind of just bodied her way up into the paint. Didn't take no for an answer and got the shot off.
And the first foul charged to Shamari Lewis as Douglas Fisher catches the right side of the iron, goes out to the left on the first free throw. As checking in for Lewis looks to be Zoe Torres. Second free throw for Douglas Fisher is in. She's got a point. Boomers trail 8-3. They've applied the full court press on Liberal. Inbounds goes to Contreras. Flips it to the left side from the scorer's table. Passes off the mark as Hatcher got it batted. Stolen away by Alexa Mendel. Down the left side lane. Puts up the shot. It just rims out. The and one almost there, Dakota. But Mendel does draw the foul and heads the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. Mendel going in the lane, being aggressive. Fortunately, the shot doesn't fall, but she goes to the line for 2.
It was a good move, like I said, to get to that line. First foul charged to Kylie Ryan. And the first free throw for Mendel splashes home. Mendel with her first point of the ball game as Ryan steps out and gives way to
Haley Contreras.
No, that's
Excuse me.
Hannah McCarter. There we go. Second free throw off the mark for Mendel. Rebound taken by Liberal as Contreras tops the key, kicks it right side to McCarter. Back out to Contreras as she works the top, guarded by Jocelyn Treese. Boomers playing man-to-man defense on the right wing. McCarter tries to dump it into Delgado. Almost gets thrown away, but she works it back out. Finds Contreras straight away for 3, and it's nothing but net for Contreras.
Got to guard her closer on the perimeter there.
She's the shooter. Her first basket of the night puts Liberal up 11-4. Boomers back the other way down the left side to Lily Leckett across the timeline on the wing. She goes top of key to Moore, who assists with the offense. Runs it over, hands it off to Mendel. High right wing, guarded tightly by Torres. Mendel gets inside for the shot, and it's off. It's swatted away. It looked like couldn't get it to go. Rebound collected by Liberal. They push ahead, and a double dribble, or travel, I should say, excuse me, on Liberal as getting 2 sped up was Contreras. Rare mistake from Contreras.
See if the Boomers can cut into this lead here.
Hatcher checks out. Lexi Miller checks in for Liberal as the Boomers take it back. 4:35 remain in the first quarter. They trail 11-4. Top the key, Treese with it. Tries to throw it to the elbow to Riley Moore. Pass batted away. Moore chases it down high right wing. Moore runs it over to Luckett. Luckett on the wing. In the corner to Treese. Treese goes baseline. The little runner. It's off the back iron. Too strong. Rebound. It's loose and it goes out of bounds. So they say off the Liberal. They do. Boomers keep possession.
Boomers catching a little bit of a break here.
Yeah, had a good look for Trees, couldn't get to go. Should bound beneath the left block. Goes top key to Douglas Fisher. They try to swing it into Mendel on the right block, and the pass zipped over her head by Riley Moore. It's a turnover for the Boomers.
Unfortunate mistake there. You know, you thought you had the communication right, you just didn't.
So Liberal gets it back, leading 11-4. Full court press on for the Boomers as Contreras bounces it to Miller. They feed ahead in the left wing, and a zip pass inside to Delgado. That's Hatcher. As she'll find it. Apologize, Torres. She finds it underneath the basket. Goodness. 13-4, Liberal on top, and a foul the other way as the Boomers tried to work across the half-court line. See who they tag it to.
Carter, I believe.
Yep, that is Hannah McCarter. So her first, team fourth, and Liberal is leading the fouls category 4-0. Well, more of the Boomers in the bonus the last 3:58 of the quarter. Side out inbounds. Luckett throws it into middle. Middle trying to skip it across court, and it's stolen away by Liberal. Taken by Torres. Torres top the key. Contreras. She tees up the three, and it's nothing but net again for Haley Contreras. She's got 6, and Liberal has extended the lead to 12, 16-4. Boomers the other way. Briley Douglas Fisher for the answer on the right wing. Douglas Fisher gets her first field goal of the day. It's a 3-pointer. Boomers cutting the lead, trailing 16-7, push it to 9. And top the key, Contreras tries to find another answer. That one off the front of the rim, scooped up on the rebound by Lexi Mendel. Boomers down the right side of the court. In the right corner, Luckett open for the 3. It's too strong off the back iron. Rebound on the backside, taken by Treese, up off the glass for 2.
That's good awareness by Jocelyn Treese, knowing where the ball was going to come down to.
So Boomers with back-to-back big baskets. Still trailing by 7, 16-9. Liberal trying to break the press. They get down to Delgado on the right block, and she gets the easy bucket.
She's money from down there.
Can't stop her. She's got 4. 18-9. Boomers trail. 2:50 left in the fourth quarter. Top the key. Treese drives all the way to the block, and they say it's out of bounds off of her. She went up for a shot. Looked like it got stripped, but they say she was the last to touch it. No, excuse me. Okay, they do say it's Liberal. Liberal was last touch. So the Boomers keep possession. That's it. So Treese inbounds beneath the left block, goes on the wing to Luckett. She's guarded tightly by Contreras. Has bounced inside to Riley Moore. She's double teamed. First shot's wild off the glass. Second shot too strong. Third opportunity by Briley Douglas Fisher. It's off the glass as well, but she's fouled. And Briley Douglas Fisher heads the line for 2 free throws.
That's just good rebounding there by the Boomers.
Attacking inside as Delgado picks up her first foul. 5th for Liberal as well. So the Boomers in the double bonus the last 2:40 of the quarter. And Liberal wants a timeout as the Boomers have went on a quick 5-0 run in the last, or excuse me, 5-2 run in the last couple of minutes. Is a full timeout. We'll keep it right here because we'll catch up a little bit with this action. It's been fast-paced in this first quarter. I think a little quicker than we may have anticipated. It's already a quicker pace than what we saw in Liberal.
Man, the Boomers, they had a couple answers against this Liberal Redskins team. So unfortunately, we cannot find a rhythm up and down the court. And I think that's what is kind of hurting us right now.
Yeah, and some of those turnovers too, right? That's part of that rhythm you're talking about. You've got to be able to play fast but play smart. We've seen some of those unforced errors. Liberal, though, right now, their plan of attack seems to be get into the paint. If that's not there, kick it out for the open 3 as Woodward double, maybe even triple teams.
Yep, seems like for the Boomers, they're just trying too much offensively. Just trying a little too hard. They're forcing some shots in the paint, and it's not a good look right now for the Boomers. Hopefully we can turn it around.
Like I said, went on a quick 5-0 run before Liberal answered with the Delgado 2-pointer. So you've been able to cut it back to 9, and you have free throws for Briley Douglas Fisher out of the timeout.
Step in the right direction.
If she can make both, cuts it to 7. As she's fed the ball, a couple dribbles, a third, dips and shoots the first free throw, and that's off the back iron, too strong.
She's kind of frustrated with herself right now.
And we saw this a little bit of the buckle of the wheat belt. It seemed like not exactly the best free throw shooting. It was a little more 50-50. Second free throw, that one off the left side of the rim, rolls out as well, picked up on the rebound by Delgado for Liberal. They feed ahead in the right corner to McCarter. McCarter dumps it inside to Torres, and Torres off the left side of the glass. She's got 4. Liberal makes it 20-9. Double-digit lead yet again. Across the timeline goes Riley Moore. Feeds on the right block to Briley Douglas Fisher, who has position. It's high off the glass and in. So Briley in traffic makes that one. She's got 6. As Boomers trail 20-11 again. Liberal breaks press. Delgado on the right block. Her hook shot off the mark. Left side of the rim. Rebound saved by Torres. Goes top of the key to Contreras. Contreras drives at the paint. The silky floater goes. As Contreras has 8 for the Lady Reds. 22-11, Boomers trail. Minute 50 left of the first quarter. A high left wing. Douglas Fisher open for 3. She'll take it, and it rattles in.
That's what you like to see. Douglas Fisher now up to 9 points in the ball game.
She had 20 against Liberal in the first matchup. Ari with that 9. You mentioned Delgado the other way. Finds it open. Torres on the backside, but it's swatted by Riley Moore. Just got it out of there. Picked up by the Boomers. Ahead goes Treese. Down the left side on the wing. Bounces inside to Douglas Fisher. Turns, takes the shot off the glass. It's off the front of the iron, but the rebound grabbed by Treese. Treese, top key of the boards. The Boomers reset the offense. Minute 15 to go in the first quarter. They trail 22-14. Treese will take the pass from Moore, left wing, over to Douglas Fisher, right side. Guarded by Torres. Goes the middle up top. Mendel turns, drives, gets the left block. Shot was affected and blocked, they say, by McCarter. Rebound scooped up by Liberal. Contreras ahead to the free throw line. Bounces down to Torres. Torres' shot a little short. Rebound collected by Delgado. Her jumper in the paint. It rattles out. Eventually, Riley Moore comes up with the board. Boomers will press ahead down the left side of the court as Treese takes across timeline, goes top of the key. Treese picked up by Torres. Excuse me, that's Moore picked up by Torres on the right wing. Moore gets the free throw line, takes a shot. She's fouled on the leaner. It was off the front of the iron, no good. But Riley Moore hits the free throw line with 34 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And they get Torres for her first.
It's a good scoring here in the first quarter for the Boomers.
It started to come to life a little bit in the last half of the quarter after a slow start. Riley Moore at the line for 2 free throws with 2 points on the day thus far. First one too strong, high off the back iron.
And if some of these free throws could fall, man, the Boomers would be pretty close to, if not tied with Liberal right now.
Yeah, and that's, big early. You want to be able to make those. As McCarter and Torres step out for the Lady Reds. Second free throw all the way for Moore, and it rattles in. Splits the pair. Boomers trail by 7. 22-15. Moore comes out. Kaylee Mills gets her first time of the ball game.
So Moore gets a little bit of a breather there.
As Contreras with the slow dribble across the timeline. Just 28 seconds remaining in the quarter. Liberal high left wing. They dump it inside to Lewis. Freshly checked back in. Lewis puts up the runner in the middle of the paint. It's off the left side. Picked up by her, though, on the rebound, and pokes it back up and in.
It was a good shot contest for the Boomers. Just unfortunately, she just found too much there.
6 points for Lewis. Boomers back the other way with 10 seconds. In the left corner, Mills to Luckett. Top of the key to Mendel. On the right side to Treese. Treese trying to dump it inside. Pass is swatted. Stolen away. Picked up by Liberal, and they're not going to get the shot off to end the quarter, but they will take a 24-15 lead over the Boomers after the first frame. We'll step aside for a break, come back for the second. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 KMZE Woodward.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
Oklahoma DRS helps job seekers with disabilities become taxpayers.
Their whole thing is to help people with disabilities go back to work.
They knew that I would be successful if I did not give up.
They have given me the power and confidence to face any challenge.
I'm just glad that, DRS was there. Empower yourself. Talk to DRS Vocational Rehabilitation
or Services for the Blind today.
OKDRS.gov. 800-487-4042.
And welcome back to Woodward Basketball on the Z92 Boomer TV. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you. Woodward girls trail 24-15 to the Lady Reds of Liberal. After the first quarter, Liberal starts with the ball to begin the second quarter, working left to right as Contreras takes the inbound, gives it to Lewis, back to Contreras. They're working on the left wing. Hatcher steps out, takes the three, that rims out. Rebound collected by Lily Luckett underneath the basket. Boomers working ahead down the right side of the court. Treese goes left wing to Mills. Mills looking for somebody to pass to, goes back top of the key to Treese as she's picked up by Hatcher. Liberal playing man-to-man on the wing. Mills feeds it back on the right side to Moore. Moore zips inside for cutting Lily Luckett, but the shot's over the rim, too strong. Rebound picked up by Liberal. They feed it to Contreras on the right corner. Contreras sees the double team initially as it's backed off. Mendel will have her one-on-one. Contreras at the Woodward W. Goes left wing to Lewis. Lewis gets it back to Contreras. Right wing gets open for the three off the screen. That's off the mark. Rebound collect on the backside by Hatcher. She finds Ryan for the three on the left wing. That's off the mark as well. Lewis can't corral the rebound, and it is back to the Boomers. So Boomers get it back. 7:04 remaining in the half. They trail 24-15. As on the inbound, Treese with the slow dribble across the timeline, goes right wing to middle. She's picked up one-on-one by Contreras. As Mills takes the top of the key, feeds back to middle in the right corner. Treese with it, guarded tightly by Hatcher. Goes up top to Moore. Moore turns, drives, but she traveled Dakota.
It's unfortunate there. Thought you were going to have a good look inside while driving. Just too many steps.
So Liberal gets back off the turnover. 6:43 remaining in the half. They have a 9-point advantage, trying to push it back to double digits. As across the timeline goes Ryan, gives it to Contreras on the right wing. She drives, her shot swatted by Riley Moore, but she gets it right back and puts up the floater in front of the basket. Contreras with 10 points, kept her composure after the swat. And the Boomers trail 26-15. Top of the key, Moore has it. She's looking to pass, hadn't found anybody, now uses the dribble. Picks it back up, is guarded by Delgado, and sends it over to Mills on the left wing. Mills hands it off to middle on the right side. In the corner to Treese. Treese, a nice feed down to Moore inside. Moore with the easy deuce off the glass.
It's a good find.
As the Boomers cut it back under 10. Moore with 5 points early. 26-17. Top key, 3 straight away by Lewis. It's too strong off the back iron. Rebound taken by Ryan on the right side. Into Delgado. Delgado shot affected by Riley Moore. It's loose. Liberal comes up with it. Ryan another 3. That one again too strong off the back iron. A tough rebound by Lexi Middle. She'll race ahead down the right side of the court for the Boomers. Into the paint. Guarded by 2 Redskins and stolen away by Contreras on the shot. Contreras pushing, doesn't have the numbers. It's 2-on-3. She'll back it out to right wing and take the 3. That's nothing but net for Haley Contreras. She's got 13. The Liberals 29. They lead by 12, 29-17. 5:15 remaining in the first half. As Middle has it for the Boomers on the right wing. Goes to Treese left side. Picked up by Hatcher. In the corner, Luckett looking to work. Goes top the key to Moore. Moore, it's almost stolen away by Delgado. Moore to the free throw line. Picks up the dribble. Needs help. Trying to find somebody. Nice feed down to Treese. Open jumper on the baseline. Left side, and that's off the back iron. Kicks out over the front of the rim. Rebound collected by Liberal. As Contreras has the slow dribble across the timeline, high right wing, 4:45 remaining in the half. Liberal has a 12-point lead, stolen away by Lexi Middle on the pass. Middle one-on-one with Contreras. Contreras fouled her, and they didn't call it. And they say out of bounds off Liberal. Contreras looked like she just went to hack Middle to make sure that she wasn't going to get the easy layup, Dakota, but they didn't call it.
Yeah, Lexi Middle threw her arms up in the air like, hey, where's the foul?
As Kaylee Mills checks out, as well as Riley Moore for Michelle Barra and Briley Douglas Fisher. Barra seeing her first time tonight. Boomers on the inbound, go top the key to Luckett. Luckett in the right corner. Treese for 3. That's off the back iron. Rebound underneath by Douglas Fisher. Her turnaround hook. It won't go off the glass. And the rebound collected by Contreras as Liberal pushes back ahead. Contreras races across the timeline. Sends a pass back top the key. It's batted, almost stolen. But Hatcher comes up with it to keep the offensive possession with the Lady Reds. 4:15 left in the half. They lead 29-17 over the Boomers. On the left elbow extended, it's Hatcher. Dumps inside to Cutting Lewis. Her shot too strong. It's off the side of the rim from the left block. Gets her a rebound. Kicks out to Ryan for 3. That catches the left side of the rim and bounces along. And it goes right to Lewis. Lewis drives right baseline off the glass for 2.
And the Boomers have taken another timeout. It's a full one.
They have with 3:57 remaining in the half. Boomers trail 31-17 to the Lady Reds. We'll step aside with them all in this full timeout. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
As a veteran of the United States military, I can finally get the opportunity to enjoy special events, things that we couldn't afford, thanks to VetTix.
Every empty seat at a concert, a game, or a play is a missed opportunity to say thanks to a veteran and service member. We can give our veterans a special event where they too can create their own cherished memories. Visit vettix.org. Find out how you can make a difference in a veteran's life.
Back to Boomer Basketball, Z92, Boomer TV, Dakota Widener, Tyler Riggs with you on homecoming night as Woodward. The girls currently trailing to the Liberal Lady Reds, 31-17 on this timeout by Coach Moore. It's a full timeout, and Dakota just 3:57 remaining in the half. Liberal is kind of taking the momentum back after Woodward seemed to gain some at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, it seems like they're hitting their shots, being more aggressive down in the paint. Defense have stepped up in the second quarter. They're kind of coming to town and trying to close this first half out on a strong note.
They are. We'll see if the Boomers can answer as they have possession. Out of the timeout, Jocelyn Treese working right to left in front of us. The slow jog goes left wing to Luckett. Top the key to Douglas Fisher. Back to Treese. Guarded tightly by Hatcher, way up top on the perimeter. Boomers looking to set up the offense. Luckett takes possession, has the dribble. Hands off right wing to Douglas Fisher. Douglas Fisher sees a hand from Lewis. She drives, kicks left side to Mendel. Mendel turns into the paint, going on drive. It's just stolen away by Contreras. She just ripped it away. Contreras one-on-one with Treese on the other end. The layup rails around, off the glass and in from the right side. Contreras with 15 first half points. She had 19 against Woodward in their win in Liberal. Boomers back the other way. Treese top the key, goes left side to Luckett. Back over right wing to Douglas Fisher. Little catch between the keys, back to Luckett. That's on the wing to Treese. And Treese hits a cutting Mendel. Mendel goes up for the shot, gets the and one. As Lexi Mendel with the and one, she'll go to the line. Big bucket for the Boomers needed. And we'll see who they got the foul on as we got a substitution for the Boomers. Lily Luckett steps out. Kaylee Mills in for Woodward. Treese with the and one, now looking to tag on the free throw. Complete the traditional three-point play, and it goes in. Lexi Mendel with 4 points. Boomers trail 33-20. 3:02 left in the first half. As Liberal takes back possession, Boomers have backed off the press. They're not pressing at the moment. As Mills actually stepped back in, took out Lexi Mendel after the free throw. As Liberal works it right corner to Ryan. Ryan tries to drive baseline. She almost gets stopped up, has to kick it out wild up top as Lewis collects it, hands off to Contreras. Contreras guarded tightly by Treese. Right wing to Ryan. Thought about the three instead. Dumps it inside to Lewis. Lewis bounces on the right baseline to Hatcher. Up top, back to Ryan. Open for the three this time. And again, nothing but net for Kylie Ryan. Her and Contreras, a couple big threes. Ryan with 5. 16-point lead for Louisville, 36-20. Boomers the other way. Right baseline, Douglas Fisher with the long jumper. That is too strong, but backside rebound collected by Ibarra. Top key to Treese for the three straight away. It's off the front of the rim. Rebound collected by Hatcher. As Liberal races the other way, Ryan on the right baseline drives into the paint. Her shot blocked by a couple of Boomers. Picked up on the rebound by Mills. Mills to Ibarra, one-on-one on the left block. Turns, puts it up off the glass. It's short. Gets her second chance. That one off the bottom of the backboard. And the Boomers can't convert on 2 looks. Liberal takes the rebound. Torres down the left side. Gets to the baseline. Goes back top the key to Lewis. Minute 45 remaining in the half. Lewis just takes it herself straight away to the basket. And it's off the back iron. Shots no good, but she was fouled all the way up. And Shamari Lewis sets the line for the Lady Reds. They get Michelle Barr for her first. Team first in the quarter. Liberal as well with 1 in the quarter. Lewis at the line for 2 free throws. She has 8 in the ball game thus far. First free throw rims out. So it remains 36-20. Boomers trail by 16 as Lexi Mendel steps back in for Briley Douglas Fisher. And Lewis getting ready for her second free throw. Couple dribbles, dips and shoots. That one swishes. So Lewis with 9 points. Boomers trail by 17 as they take possession back. Mendel on the right wing. Feeds in the corner to Treese. Treese dumps inside to Moore. Moore was fouled on the floor on the entry pass as Lewis was guarding her too tightly to cover. Lewis's second foul. Team second. And Delgado will check in. Take out Lewis with her 2 fouls.
As you mentioned, that Lewis just being a little too forceful there.
So Boomers have the inbound on the right side of the baseline between the block and the 3-point line. Treese dumps it underneath. Riley Moore, she's underneath her basket, tries to pass it out, and it's knocked out of bounds by Liberal.
Smart play, just didn't get the pass off in time.
Yeah, got herself in a really tough spot, though. But, like I said, was at least able to keep possession, essentially. As Treese inbounding from the same spot as before. Kicks out on the right wing to middle. Back to Treese, open to the corner for the 3-pointer. It rims out and goes high. Rebound collected by Delgado. Delgado feeds ahead to Hatcher. Minute 25 left in the half. Liberal looking to extend their 7-point advantage. Top the key, Contreras in the right corner. Teeing up the three is McCarter, and McCarter gets one to drop. Hannah McCarter with her first basket, and it's a tray ball. Liberal extends it to 20. 40-20, Boomers the other way. Right baseline, Moore with the jumper in rhythm, but it's too strong over the net. Rebound collected by Hatcher on the left block, and she's fouled full court.
No, they're going to say she stepped on the baseline.
Okay, stepped out. So that works out for the Boomers. Thank you.
Does. Kaylee Mills, the pressure there, just kind of tipped backwards and her foot went on the baseline.
Thought they called Mills on the push, but I'm glad I stand corrected. On the inbound, Treese goes top the key. They work it to Mills. Mills dumps it on the block to Barr right side. Barr a couple power dribbles, goes up with a hook shot. It's off the mark. Did touch the rim. Rebound collected by Liberal. As they'll push it to McCarter in the deep right corner. McCarter almost double dribbled, but found Contreras on the free throw line. Her jumper rattles around the rim and jumps out. And underneath, loose ball. Do they say a foul or they just say?
I believe
they do. Yeah, they do have a foul on the Boomers. As Torres was fouled, they get Riley Moore for her first, team second.
It's good Moore's been able to stay out of foul trouble here in this first half.
Yeah, she's been playing with some foul trouble in the recent games. On the inbounds, Hatcher takes it. She trips up, driving to the paint. And they say the Boomers last touch it. Liberal keeps possession, but Hatcher just took a dive. 40-20 Redskins on top, 41 seconds left in the first half. As on the inbound, goes out to McCarter, left wing. She'll turn, drives the paint, feeds down to Delgado on the block. Delgado with the shot and the and one. So Liberal continues their roll as Delgado collects the and one, her 6-point foul charge to Michelle Barra, her second. As Barra checks out, Bradley Douglas Fisher checks back in. Delgado looking to complete the 3-point play. Put Liberal up 23 with 36 seconds left in the half. Free throw is too strong off the back iron, but Hatcher with the rebound underneath. She'll pogo it back up. That one bounces off the rim. Rebound collected by Douglas Fisher for the Boomers. Races ahead into the paint. Left side, off the glass and in. Douglas Fisher with 11.
That was all Fisher right there.
Coast to coast for Briley. Boomers still trail by 20, 42-22. 15 seconds left in the half. Top the key, Contreras backs it out, sets it up, gets a high screen. Front iron, rebound fought for, collected by Moore with 6 seconds and a whistle and a foul, they say, or jump ball foul. Contreras has her second.
Ryan will check back in.
And will take out Contreras, who they'll want to save, make sure she doesn't get in that foul trouble before the end of the half. So on the inbound, goes to Moore. Moore left side, tries to go Douglas Fisher, and the pass is over her head. It goes out of bounds with 0.2, I should say, seconds remaining in the half. Another turnover for the Boomers. As Liberal won't have time to actually get a shot off for 0.2, they got to go full court in the deep left corner in the inbound, and that's how we end the first half. The Boomers trail by 20 at the break, 42-22 against the Liberal Lady Reds. Let's step aside, take a break, come back for the halftime show. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, Pipe Lanes Tire. Attention Expo Farm Expo exhibitors, booth space is now available. It's the K101 Z92 Home and Agribusiness Trade Show, and it's coming to the Woodward County Event Center and Fairgrounds April 5th, 6th, and 7th. Now in our 40th year, this show features 2 exhibitor buildings, plus outdoor exhibitor space, and will host an extensive variety of agriculture and farm equipment. Also, home improvement ideas, clothing, communication, and entertainment products, ATVs, lawn and garden, new and used automobiles, plus arts and crafts, and great food vendors. Thousands thousands annually rely on Expo Farm Expo to see a wide variety and selection of products and services that only a show of this size can offer. Booth space is now available by calling 580-256-4101. That's 580-256-4101. Don't miss out. Reserve your space today for the Tri-State's largest spring home and farm show and be part of Expo Farm Expo 2024. Coming to the Woodward County Fairgrounds Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's food, folks, and fun with K101.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball, Z92, Boomer TV. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as we're at the break between the Woodward Boomers and the Liberal Lady Reds. Let's take a look at these halftime stats. Boomers trailing 42-22 and leading the way for Liberal. Been a problem tonight. Been Haley Contreras. She had 19 in the first matchup in Liberal, 15 at the break for Liberal in this one. Shamari Lewis also giving the Boomers fits. She's got 9. You got 5 from Kylie Ryan, 4 from Zoe Torres, 6 for Camila Delgado, and 3 for Hannah McCarter. On the Boomer side of things, Bradley Douglas Fisher in double figures at 11 points for Woodward. You've got 5 from Riley Moore, 4 from Lexi Mendel, and 2 from Jocelyn Treese. That is the Boomer score. And I believe if you're watching on Boomer TV, we might see the Woodward dance team getting ready to perform here at the half. Or cheerleaders? Okay, cheerleaders. So you can speak up, Dakota. You got a live mic.
I just don't want to interrupt you there.
No, good. Hey,
yeah.
if I'm wrong, correct.
Going to see the Boomer cheerleaders out here performing their halftime routine.
Yeah, they get the mats out, all the tape and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure everything's squared away, so it's always cool to see that. It'll be a good routine. So
they do it a couple times a year, usually when Boomers have homecoming, a senior night, something like that. So notice they'll do it as well, football games and stuff like that. So it's good to see them back out here and performing once again in front of the home crowd.
Yes, sir. It's been a successful program when it comes to competing in the, I say recently, it's been a couple years at this point, but game day. Game day has been kind of an OSSAA state championship, if you will, for cheer, and a section of that. And the Boomers have done extremely well and have been state qualifiers and have done an excellent job in game day cheer. So you get to see a good routine, again, if you're watching on Boomer TV. Well, after that look at the first half stats, Boomers again trail Liberal 42-22 here on homecoming night. We'll step aside for a quick break, come back, and look at some keys to the second half for the Boomers. You're listening to Woodward Basketball on Z92.
Need to pay the babysitter, but don't have enough cash? Use Zelle, located in the Bank 7 mobility app, to send money from your account to someone else's within minutes. With an email address or phone number, you can directly pay anyone you trust. Zelle is fast, safe, and free. Visit bank7.com for more details. Data rates and transfer limits may apply. Member FDIC.
Are you searching for that perfect special attire? Look no further than Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories at 808 Main Street in Woodward. Top Cat has a beautiful line of bridal, special occasion, and prom dresses to choose from. With no two dresses alike, you'll always get that special look. They guarantee the perfect fit for tuxedos at no extra cost and carry menswear for all your needs. Visit TopCatFormal.com or call 580-256-2888 to book your appointment now. Store hours are 10 a.m. through 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and by appointment only on Saturday. Top Cat also offers layaway. Let Top Cat help you shine on your special day.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the OSSAA and the Oklahoma Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you, also on Boomer TV, as we are at the half between the Boomers and the Liberal Lady Reds. Lady Reds up 42-22 at the break. Do want to thank our great sponsors on Z92 with the High Plains Tire Gold sponsor from the Boomer Coaches Show, Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories, Divine Stationery, Klein Mechanical, Northwest Class, Great Plains National Bank, R5 Customer Embroidery, and Long Shots Bar and Grill. our Coaches Show hosts. Could not do it without them. And Dakota, before we get into some keys to the second half, I'll give a special shout out to a man familiar in Woodward.
Oh, I know where this is going.
It is his birthday. Mr. Johnny McMahon, a fixture and the Woodward community with the Woodward News. Always at games, see him all the time. Johnny has probably forgot more Woodward sports than a lot of us have seen.
I don't know how he does it. He continues to do it. If it's just a 30-minute drive or a 4-hour drive to a football game, Johnny McMahon is there in action, reporting live, it seems like.
Absolutely. So happy birthday to Johnny McMahon. So if you see him this weekend, say happy birthday to him. I couldn't get the age out of him, but give him a good happy birthday, if you will. But Dakota, as we look for these keys to the second half, obviously Woodward, you're down by 20 in this matchup. It's not playing as tight as it was up in Liberal. And Liberal's really been pushing the pace. I mean, that's one thing they've really just challenged the Boomers. We saw them in the first matchup say, okay, we're going to hit you with the press. Not so much doing that this time. They're pushing the pace, especially when the Boomers have pressed, and that's resulted in some easy buckets. And part of that, Haley Contreras, I mean, we can't say her name enough. She is a dynamite at point guard, both in scoring and leading the show.
Yep. Liberals just being very physical and aggressive on both ends of the court. They're playing at 50-50, 50 offense, 50% defense. And the Boomers are too, just they don't have that much physicalness as Liberal does right now. So the Boomers are going to have to come out and they're going to have to cut into this 20-point lead that the Redskins have. It's going to be tough.
Well, and how do they find that energy? You're down 20, you still got a whole half to work with. And, you know, it sounds bleak, but in basketball, no lead is really safe most of the time. So how do you find that energy for the Boomers? You got a good crowd on hand tonight.
We've heard that you can cut to 20-point leads in high school basketball. It's really easy to do. It just takes a little bit to get in that rhythm. The Boomers are going to have to come out and they're going to have to set that tone. They're going to have to find that confidence, build it up. You know, we've seen the Boomers down in the first half and rally back in the second half, and just play more meaningful, have a little bit more meaning there in the second half than you did the first. Come out maybe with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder and, you know, try to get this win on homecoming. You know, there's a lot of people here. It's a pretty packed house for the Boomer Field House tonight. And so try to use all that support you can get and try to go get a W.
Definitely. So I think chip on the shoulder is probably the right term, right? You got the band rocking, you got the crowd behind you. You want to go out there and perform if you are the Girls. At the very least, you know, if you can't rate this 20-point deficit, this is a really good Liberal team. We talked about it. They are not only a big contender in their conference, they've made some runs in terms of just overall in the state under Coach Fowler, so they know success and they know how to come into these environments and succeed. We're seeing that tonight. I think for the Boomers, like I say, you just want to put a chip on your shoulder. Regardless of the result in the second half, you want to go out there and show some of that fire. With that said, both teams back out of the locker room, getting their warm-up shots in, and do want to remind you we will have homecoming festivities at the halftime of the boys' game. So we will carry that live on Z92 as well as Boomer TV once that occurs and go through the courts and kind of get you all the festivities, all the ambiance, if you will, involved with homecoming. Let's step aside for a final halftime break, and on the other side, we'll have the start of the second half. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Did you know that when you make time to do 3 simple things each day with your children, talking, reading, and singing, you're helping to shape and strengthen their brains for the years to come? I love to look at the pictures in a book and notice little details about the characters. I pause along the way to ask my child to wonder about how they might feel. When you ask open-ended questions like, what do you notice? Or what do you think will happen next? You're inviting them to be curious. All these rich conversations help develop both their vocabularies and their thinking skills. And it's a great way for you and your child to bond and discover the world together. As a father, helping my child is the most important thing to me. Each of us has the power to create a strong start for our children by talking, reading, and singing with them from the moment they're born, and help them to enter school ready to learn and succeed in life. Visit talkingisteaching.org for free tips, resources, and ideas on how to transform everyday moments into magical moments for learning.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs says we are about ready to get the second half underway between the Woodward Boomers and the Liberal Lady Reds. Boomers trailing by 20 at the break, 40-22. We've gone over some of those keys for Woodward to be able to try to claw back into this game, see if they can make it one in the second half. Trying to find that momentum, trying to find that edge tonight on this homecoming. Again, just want to shout out this great crowd. I mean, the home stands are pretty well full, and you'll have a couple more come along for the boys, but Dakota, Woodward, as always, does a great job of supporting their student athletes.
Oh, yeah. You know, you mentioned it being packed in here. It's anywhere from the parents to grandparents to, you know, the students that we have. Got a big showing for our pep club. Not only that, a lot of our small guys, smaller middle schoolers, ECC kids, elementary kids have all came out here to support the Boomers here tonight. So give everyone a huge shout out, you know, just for coming and supporting the Boomers during homecoming week here. That kind of means a lot to these kids when you come and support them.
Definitely it does. Regardless of the result, you know, it's always nice when you've got that good crowd behind you to help lift you up, whether it's in the good moments or, you know, some of the tougher ones, that's for sure. And as we get set, both teams finishing their warm-ups, should have both starting fives back on the court as it looks. Boomers will go left to right in this half. Liberal goes right to left. We'll see if the Boomers can slow down the pace a little bit. I know that sounds crazy. We're down 20 slowing down the pace, but like you mentioned a minute ago, it's almost been too easy for Liberal when the pace has been up.
Yeah, just kind of up and down the court for Liberal. Boomers are just kind of struggling to catch them and find them in those moments and slow their pace down. So Boomers going to have to be a little bit more creative here in the second half, maybe kind of set a goal for the end of the third quarter, maybe try to cut it down to 10, and then from there, you know, try to cut it down even more going into the fourth quarter. So Boomers got a lot of work to do, but nothing they can't handle. Coach Moore is, should we have a game plan for these girls?
Definitely so, and I think you touched on that goal properly, right? I think the first one is, hey, can you get it to 10? Can you get it to 10 in a quarter, which is a lot more doable than saying, well, let's get it all back at once.
Yeah.
That mentality often is tough to be able to come up with. So.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Getting it underneath 20
It'd be
in the
nice,
third quarter would be nice, but it's going to be hard.
As both teams breaking out of their final huddle, they've got, you know, the homecoming seats, the court seats kind of set up on the opposite side of the Pet Club and the visitor stands, if you will. It's on the lower level on the same side the scorer's table is. Got nice decorated out with balloons, black and gold everywhere, a little bit of white. As Boomers will have the possessions to start the second half. Again, working left to right in this half on the near side. Luckett inbounds it to Treese, and we are underway as Luckett takes it back on the right wing. Finds Douglas Fisher on the top. They roll around the perimeter. It's Treese. Treese is guarded tightly by Hatcher. Picks up her dribble. Treese needs help. Finds Moore on the left wing. Gets out of the jam. Moore hands it off to Douglas Fisher. Boomers being patient on this first possession. Liberal staying in the man defense. Left wing Moore takes it. Guarded by Delgado. Rolls around the top of the key. Stops. Takes the three straight away. That's off the back iron. Too strong. Rebound collected by Lily Luckett for the Boomers. As they reset top the key to Douglas Fisher. The Boomers get the offensive rebound. Luckett dishes inside to cutting Riley Moore. Stops. Puts up the jumper from the right block and gets it in. Riley Moore off the glass and for two. Boomers successful on their first possession. Liberal down the right side, working right to left. Top of the key, they go Contreras. Contreras to Lewis. On the backside, a long two from Hatcher, high off the glass and nothing but net. I say off the glass, nothing but net. It went glass and straight in. Beautiful. 44-24. Liberal still on top by 20. Boomers the other way. Douglas Fisher on the left wing. Top of the key, Treese. Treese with the dribble. Picks it up, looking for somebody to pass it to. Guarded tightly by Ryan. Finally finds Riley Moore. Moore back to Treese right side on the Jimmy Peck Court logo. As they roll around left wing to Moore. Moore again patient with it. Boomers trying to work something as Moore sets the screen for Treese. Drives, kicks over right wing for Douglas Fisher. The three is off the right side of the rim. Rattles out, rolling on the ground, picked up by Liberal. Contreras takes the handle as they push back across the timeline. Contreras slows it up on the right wing. In the corner, Ryan finds herself open for three. That's too strong. Backside rebound taken by Lewis. Lewis tries to go up with it and gets fouled.
Yeah, Riley Moore thought she had a clean block on that one. Unfortunately, just a little too much contact on the wrist there, but it's only her second.
Second for Moore, as you mentioned. First of the quarter for either team, and Shamari Lewis heads to the free throw line for the Lady Red with 9 points. First free throw, that goes in. Lewis in double figures at 10, and Liberal pushes their lead to 21. Mendel steps out. Kaylee Mills steps in for the Boomers. Lewis getting set for the second free throw. A couple dribbles, puts that up high off the back iron, hits the side of the rim, and goes in. So she makes it. It's got 11, 46-24. Liberal on top, 6:02 left in the third quarter. Boomers top the key. Mills has the possession. Right wing to Moore. Moore guarded by Delgado. Up to Treese. They work the left side to Mills. Mills looking in the paint, can't find anybody. Has go to Moore beside her. Top key. Moore finds a cutting Douglas Fisher on the right block. Couple power dribbles. Shoots it over the rim, and it's collected on the backside by Liberal as Ryan pushes down the right side on the wing. Top key to Hatcher. Hatcher walks it over to Contreras, hands it off. Contreras tees up the deep left wing three. It's well short off the front of the iron. Rebound collected by Douglas Fisher. She'll race ahead for the Boomers. 3-on-3 into the paint. Douglas Fisher gets fouled all the way up for the shot. So Briley Douglas Fisher again, Dakota. We've seen her do that a couple times. She takes that rebound and she's going to the rim.
Oh, you see how she takes it aggressively, and then she finishes it off with an aggressive layup, and she's able to draw that contact.
Third foul on Haley Contreras. So that's something to watch out for as Douglas Fisher's first free throw splashes home.
Gonna have a substitute. I believe Lexi Mendel's gonna check in for Lily Luckett.
That she does. So the 5 on the floor for the Boomers: Moore, Mills, Treese, Mendel, and Douglas Fisher. Second free throw from Douglas Fisher. It rattles around and in. She's leading the Boomers with 13, but they still trail by 20, 46-26. Back the other way, Liberal. High right wing with Contreras. Dumps it to Delgado. Right elbow extended. Guarded tightly by Douglas Fisher. Now double teamed by Mendel and Douglas Fisher. Almost in the backcourt. Almost over and back. And now Mendel's got Hatcher trapped on the high left wing. She gets out of it. They find Ryan on the right wing. Dumps it into Delgado on the baseline. Delgado under the net. Off the glass for 2. Delgado with 8 points. And Liberal again with an answer. On the right side, Mendel for the Boomers. Feeds in the corner to Treese. Treese guarded tightly by Contreras. Tries to find a cut in Mills. Mills pass. All right, it was batted away by Mills. Mills collects it, saves it. Boomers work it to Moore on the block. Moore drives into the baseline, tries to go up on Delgado. Shot is short arm off the iron. Rebound collected by Liberal as they race ahead down the right side. On the wing, Contreras zips it into Lewis. Lewis can't get it though as Riley Moore jumps in front of the pass, knocks it out of bounds.
Good effort hustle there by Riley Moore.
Would have been an easy 2 for Lewis had Moore not gotten in the way. Liberal has the inbound on the right side of the baseline. Inbound goes to Hatcher. Hatcher off the glass from the left side now. So Hatcher with 4 points. Liberal leads 50-26. 4:20 remaining in the third quarter. Boomers top the key. Moore. She goes left wing to Douglas Fisher. Douglas Fisher looking for action in the paint. Can't find anything. Goes out to Treese to reset. Treese dumps it into Lexi Mendel. Mendel down the right side lane. Tough shot. She's fading away. Can't get it off the rim. Rebound collected by Mills. Her second effort is short as well. Liberal picks it up as Contreras down the right side. Contreras in the corner puts up the quick 3. That one pops out. Rebound fought for on the right baseline. They say last touch by Liberal, and the Boomers get it back. That's a couple of substitutions. Ryan and Hatcher step out. McCarter and Torres in for Liberal as the Boomers get it back. As top key, Treese on the right wing to Riley Moore. Moore looking, has dribble to work with, not using it. Picked up by Delgado. Dumps on the right block to Treese. Treese loses the handle momentarily. She's trapped on the baseline. Needs some help. Double team, gets out of it, goes for the shot. Do they count shot? No. They grant the timeout to Coach Lacey Moore, and she's laughing about it because Treese got out of the double team and made a basket, but they wave it off. Timeout by the Boomers. 3:37 remaining in the third quarter. Liberal up 50-26. We'll step aside for a quick break with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Giving your child their first phone is an important and often difficult decision. After all, it is a milestone in your child's development. The Phone Ready quiz from the American Academy of Pediatrics can help make this decision easier. Go to healthychildren.org/Phone Ready quiz to take a short questionnaire that'll help you decide if you and your child are ready, almost ready, or not yet ready for their first phone. Go to healthychildren.org/Phone Ready quiz today.
Hey, and welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as Liberal on top of the Boomers 50-26. 3:37 left in the third quarter. Boomers have possession out of the timeout. Jocelyn Treese beneath the right block, inbound. Throws it right wing to Middle. Middle pumps, drives, kicks it out. They work it to Moore, left corner, drives, puts up the runner. That's off the mark. Rebound, fought for, and it's a foul on the floor. It looks like it might be on Liberal.
That it is going to be.
So gets Shamari Lewis, her third. Team second in the quarter. Boomers keep possession. 3:30 remaining in the third quarter. Treese again, inbounding beneath the left block on the baseline. Looking, counts on. It's at four, needs somebody. Finds Moore. Moore drives right side, and it's the paint double teamed. Her shot, it's underneath the rim. No good. Rebound, fought for. Eventually, Contreras comes up with it for Liberal. Contreras slows up the pace. She finds Lewis, back to Contreras, who will jog it across the timeline, high right wing. Contreras picked up by Mendel. Mendel gets a screen put on her by Delgado as they work it to McCarter. McCarter left elbow to Torres. She's double teamed, swiped that, almost stolen. Loses the handle, it's on the floor, it's fought for, it's still rolling around. Eventually Middle comes up with it. The Boomers take it. Douglas Fisher 2-on-2 the other way to Treese. Left block, Treese into the paint, puts up the leaner, gets it to go off the glass and in.
And one.
And one for Jocelyn Treese, as you mentioned. 4 points for her. And the foul charged to McCarter, her second.
Good awareness there by Douglas Fisher, knowing that Jocelyn Treese was close enough to the basket where she could body her way up and make that shot.
So Treese at the line for the traditional three-point play. Dips and shoots. That was nothing but net for Jocelyn Treese.
Good three-point play.
Boomers still down 50-29, 2:50 remaining in the third quarter. Liberal with possession as Contreras across the timeline, high right wing, guarded by Mendel. Mendel again gets the screen put on her. Contreras rolls around the top of it. Feeds it on the left wing. They go to Miller. They work it left elbow. Back to Miller. Miller cross court right wing to Contreras. She doesn't like the look and resets to the Woodward logo and directs traffic. Contreras again guarded by Mendel, but Mendel not tight on her, sagging off and giving her space. Contreras left wing to McCarter. Thought about it, but instead passed it back to Contreras. Liberal just working the perimeter, maybe looking to dump it inside. Contreras still top of the key. Goes to McCarter. McCarter back over to Contreras. Mendel almost steals it away, but Contreras races to grab it. She feeds it back to McCarter. Finally, McCarter just tees up the deep corner three and got it. Nothing but net. My goodness. McCarter with a few points of her own. She's got 6, 2 threes in the ball game. Boomers can't get the shot in on the underneath look. They get it back, working inside to Douglas Fisher. Douglas Fisher zips it over to Mills. Mills can't handle the first shot. Ball on the second and one. So Mills lost possession initially, put up kind of a wild shot, got it back and put it in.
Coach Moore was just shaking her head, and then she sees Mills get that basket, and she starts clapping. So a little bit of belief there in the Boomers now.
Hey, it looks a little sloppy, but it worked. Mills with her first basket of the ball game. Foul charge to Delgado. Her second, fourth of the quarter for Liberal. A 30-second timeout taken by Coach Moore. We will keep it here in Dakota. Fortunately for the Boomers, you're finding a couple buckets, but it's not enough right now as you're still trailing by 22.
I know, it seems like you mentioned it, you're starting to get going, starting to find that rhythm. Boomers are starting to be a little bit more creative, slow down that pace of the Redskins, but as you mentioned, Tyler, it's just not enough just yet.
Yeah, Liberal's been able to answer seemingly every time. Minute 45 left in the third quarter. Boomers trail 53-31. Kaylee Mills at the line, trying to complete the three-point play and cut into that gap. Mills got her first basket on the end one. She's got 2 points thus far. Couple dribbles, puts up the free throw, and that's nothing but net for Kaylee Mills. 53-32, Boomers down. Liberal takes possession back, working right to left. Contreras jogs across the timeline, goes to Hatcher on the right elbow, who backs it out. Hatcher finds Miller. They work in the right corner for three, but Carter, that one off the mark this time. Rebound collected, but swatted away as Riley Moore gets a block on Miller. Boomers push ahead, right wing. Mendel inside to Douglas Fisher with the tough shot. She got it high off the glass. Douglas Fisher, though, coming up a little limp. She's got 15. They haven't called a timeout. It's a 5-on-4 the other way. Liberal on the baseline. It's swatted away out of bounds. As Liberal keeps possession, Boomers defended the baseline well. McCarter was trying to drive, and now we get the officials' timeout. And Douglas Fisher kind of holding her knee or ankle. May have tweaked things a bit after the shot.
Yeah, a little too wobbly there for Douglas Fisher. It's unfortunate.
It is. They're helping her off the court. She's not one to put any pressure on us. She's standing, but they've just tweaked it a little bit.
Unfortunate, I'd say that, Tyler, because, man, she's starting to get on a roll there. Has 15 points here for the Boomers.
Yeah, nearly half the points has really carried the load. If you're going to have a shot at getting back into it, it seems like probably Douglas Fisher, the one that's going to be responsible tonight, but unfortunately has to sit for a minute as they check her out on the leg. Went up for that tough shot, took a little contact. They didn't call it. They kind of let it play, and she made it, but she came down a little awkwardly on that foot. Didn't fall, but just came down a little awkwardly. So we'll see who the Boomers substitute in instead of Briley Douglas Fisher. Looks as if Lily Luckett back on the court. So the senior takes it. On the right baseline, Liberal. Right side of the baseline, I should say. Liberal has the inbound. Contreras sends it out to McCarter. Another three on the right wing. That's over the nets. An air ball goes out of bounds to the Boomers.
Kind of an interesting air ball. Not many you're going to see from her.
No, not many. And she's splashed a couple threes tonight. Has been on the mark except for that one. As Jocelyn Treese takes the dribble for the Boomers. Across the timeline, right wing to Mendel. Mendel inside to Moore. Moore double teamed on the block, and she's fouled, they say. She was almost in a pickle, but she got bailed out with a foul. And that's a big one. It's number 5 for Liberal. Just 58 seconds left in the quarter, but Riley Moore heads to the free throw line. And the first foul charged to Lexi Miller of the Lady Reds. Riley Moore at the free throw line with 7 points. Looking to add to it. Again, trying to cut into this lead. The Boomers have cut it under 20-19. First free throw for Moore. Rattles around and in.
And the start of the third quarter here for the Boomers was kind of rough, but it seems like they have finally starting to find that pace.
Well, so far you've won the quarter to that point. You're down 20 at the half, and they're only down 18 now, making 17 as Moore splashes the second one. 9 points for Riley. Boomers, though, still trail 53-36. Under a minute left in the quarter as Liberal takes possession. Left wing Miller guarded by Lily Luckett. Pass back on the left side to Miller as she fills the double team, finds Contreras. They tried to dump it into Hatcher. Pass batted, but Hatcher able to collect it back. Find top the key to Ryan. Ryan over to Contreras. Tries to throw it into the paint. Miscommunication, stolen away. Riley Moore one-on-one the other way. Right side of the block, puts it up. Off the glass, rattles in. Riley Moore with the steal and the score. She's got 11. Boomers have made it 53-38. 20 seconds left in the quarter. On the right side, Hatcher guarded by Treese one-on-one, and Hatcher trying to get fancy on the dribble, turns it over.
Good call.
As the Boomers force another essential stop. And now could get this whittled to 13 maybe. If they get a basket, or 12 if they get a 3. Boomers feed it to Moore on the left elbow. A nice feed down to Mendel for the open cut and the basket.
How beautiful.
Great ball movement. Mendel with 6. Boomers have made it 53-40. Still trailing by 13. At the buzzer, a 3 on the way from Contreras. Straight away is off the mark. It's an air ball. And that's how we end the third quarter. Woodward's cut to 13. 53-40. They'll trail entering the fourth. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
A new year has started, and you've got a lot to look forward to. So let's make sure the flu doesn't cause an unexpected change of plans. Take time to get your flu shot, and remember to wash your hands and practice good hygiene so you don't spend your cherished moments sick in bed. Let's make this year unforgettable for all the right reasons. Skip the flu, not the fun. Visit oklahoma.gov/health/fight-flu to find a flu shot clinic near you.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball, Z92, Boomer TV as well. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as Woodward enters the fourth quarter, trailing 53-40 to the Liberal and Lady Reds on homecoming night. As clock hasn't started, they've inbound, they're playing the game, but the clock isn't moving. On the right wing, Liberal with it. Torres trapped on the side, has to find Hatcher on the elbow. Goes top key to Contreras, back to Hatcher from the right elbow jumper. That's too strong, off the side of the rim. Rebound collected by Mills. Boomers push ahead. Luckett takes it down the right side of the court. On the wing, in the corner to Treese. Treese guarded tightly by Hatcher. Top key, they find Mendel. Mendel looking to drive on Ryan. Drives, kicks out to Moore in the left side. Moore dumps it in the Mills on the block. Turns around, the little floater. Nothing but net.
That was a good floater there.
Smooth from Kaylee Mills. Boomers have cut it to 11, 53-42. Top of the key, Contreras for Liberal with it. On the right side to Ryan. Elbow to Lewis. Lewis trying to drive, sees the double team on the block. Swatted away by Mills. Gets the rebound, pushes ahead. Her pass is tipped, and it's stolen by Contreras. In the right corner, Torres drives baseline, gets to the net, puts up the shot. It's off the iron, but she's fouled. And Zoe Torres heads to the free throw line. It should be, yeah, Torres heads to the free throw. I thought it was Ryan stepping up for a minute, but Torres heads to the free throw line for 2 shots as Riley Moore picks up her 3rd foul of the game. First of the quarter for the Boomers. 7:11 remaining as Torres' first free throw quickly goes in. Woodward trails 54-42, 12-point deficit. As Torres looking to make it 13. She's got 5 on the night. Second free throw, that's good as well. 6 points for Torres. Boomers trail by 13. As Treese takes the dribble across the timeline for the Boomers. Picks up it and hands it to Moore beside her on the Woodward W. Moore finds Mendel on the right wing. Mendel looking to drive, gets cut off, has to angle it out. On the left wing to Luckett, guarded by Contreras. Goes top key to Mills. Mills turns, drives on Hatcher, but they strip it away from her. It's knocked out of bounds by Liberal. So the Boomers keep the possession, 6:50 remaining of the ball game, but they trail 55-42. Treese will inbound beneath the left block on the baseline. Throws the top key to Moore. Finds Mills left wing. Cross court, right corner. Treese takes the 3 in rhythm. It's short, but rebound scooped up by Mills. Puts it back up and in off the glass. Tough shot for Kaylee Mills on the putback. And the Boomers make it an 11-point ball game, 55-44. Liberal with the lead in possession on the right side. Contreras gets the high screen, dumps it free throw line to Ryan. Her pass batted, stolen away by Riley Moore, is intended for Lewis. Moore to Treese. Treese, the 2-on-1 the other way. Kicks it over to Mills. That pass stolen away by Contreras. She played it perfect. She's got a 1-on-1 with Moore the other way. Down to the right block. Contreras sticks it off the glass and in from the block. And 17 points for Haley Contreras, and now a timeout taken with 6:16 left in the ball game. Liberal on top of the Boomers, 57-44. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Are you living with pain and discomfort in your feet, legs, thighs, or butt? It may be a sign of a serious health problem called peripheral artery disease, or PAD. The most common symptoms of PAD are burning, aching, numbness, or discomfort in your leg or hip muscles while walking. A higher quality of life is possible. If you have any kind of recurring leg pain, talk with your doctor. Describe when it happens and how it feels. Go to heart.org/PAD to learn more.
Back to Boomer Basketball, Z92. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you, also on Boomer TV as Woodward trails the Liberal Lady Reds, 57-44, 6:16 remaining in the ball game. Boomers Dakota trying to find that run. They've cut it to as close as 11, but Liberal continue to find an answer.
Yep. You said it right there, Tyler, the answer. Seems like every time Woodward gets close to cutting it to a single-digit ball game, Liberal's right there to say, let's get a little bit more of a cushion back on.
Now the timeout, Liberal has the possession. excuse me, Boomers have possession. I apologize. As Liberal just made the basket before the timeout. Liberals put on the press out of the timeout. Inbound goes to Treese. Treese cross court to Mendel. Mendel turns it over. Stepped on the sideline, out of bounds, back to Liberal. That's the worst case scenario you could have, Dakota.
Yeah, just an unfortunate mistake there, a costly one.
As Liberal inbound in front of their own bench, Lewis dumps it into Contreras, top the key. Contreras will set up the offense. Now on the wing, guarded by Mendel. Mendel not giving her much space. Contreras goes left wing to Torres. Elbow to Ryan. Ryan inside. Lewis, shot blocked by Kaylee Mills yet again. Rebound collected by Riley Moore. Moore and to Mendel on the wing. In the corner, Mills pumps, looking to drive, but instead works it back out. Mendel takes the handle, goes right wing to Treese. Top key to Mills. They swing it to Douglas Fisher, who's back in the ball game. She dumps into Treese. Treese on the block for the shot. It's too strong off the side of the rim. Rebound on the backside by Contreras. Races ahead, 2-on-2. Right side finds Lewis cutting on the backside from the left block and in. Shamari Lewis, the problem tonight. She's got 13. 15-point advantage for Liberals. Boomers the other way. Dumps down to Briley Douglas Fisher. Does Mills. Her shot short off the side of the rim. Collected by Zoe Torres for the Lady Reds. 5:15 remaining in the ball game. Liberal on top, 59-44, and they've got the possession. Contreras feeds to Delgado on the right elbow extended. Now she's almost tied up by Lexi Mendel. She is tied up. It's a jump ball, and it's Boomer basketball as the arrow favors them.
Boomer's catching a little bit of a break there.
As Lexi Mendel quickly checks back in for Briley Douglas Fisher. Briley got out and kind of worked it out on the court. She's got a brace on the knee now. Inbound for Mendel to Treese. And they'll play and catch with us. Liberals applied a press, in the backcourt. Treese triple team finally gets to Riley Moore across timeline. Right wing to Mendel. Mendel drives the paint, stripped away and stolen. Delgado comes up with it for Liberal. As she hands off to Contreras. Contreras, 4:45 remaining in the game. Sends it right wing to Torres. Torres on the elbow to Lewis. Lewis drives, a little runner that's off the front of the iron short. Rebound collected by Riley Moore. The Boomers gain possession back. They flip it ahead to Treese. Treese across the timeline, top key will set up. Boomers need to find a basket. Trailing by 15. Mendel will take the possession. Guarded by Contreras, but not tightly. Goes over to Moore on the wing. They swing it left side to Luckett in the corner. Luckett dumps down to Moore, who's cutting on the shot. It's way strong, high off the glass. Moore gets on a rebound. She's triple team, puts it back up, and gets it to go for the and one. Riley Moore in a triple team found it somehow. She's got 13, and the Boomers cut it back to 13. The foul on Contreras, her third. Thought she had 3 before the half, but maybe they corrected it. That's the first foul of the quarter for Liberal. As Moore at the line, trying to cut it to a 12-point deficit for the Boomers. Free throw on the way, it rims out, catches the right side of the rim, and goes out. Rebound collected by Hatcher underneath. Gives it to Ryan. Ryan working across the timeline on Mendel. Ryan drives down the right side of the paint, kicks it out to Delgado on the baseline, and Delgado works back up top to Ryan on the wing. She drives, runs over Riley Moore. Shot is off the mark. It's too strong. Rebound fought for, and it's knocked out of bounds. They save by the Boomers. Liberal keeps possession. 3:54 remaining in the ball game. They lead 59-46. Woodward trying to find a stop. Beneath the left block, Contreras dumps it left wing to Lewis. Back to Contreras, who angles into the elbow and works it back to Lewis in the corner for the 3. That's well short. Rebound collected by Treese. Boomers will push ahead. Got the 4-on-4. Left wing to Mills. She'll slow it up and feed to Moore, top the key. On the right side, Mendel takes the handle. They work it around, looking for some inside, but instead find the perimeter to Mills. Treese takes the handle. Guarded tightly by Hatcher, who's got the hands up. Hands off to Moore. Moore trying to dump into Treese. Pass batted. Moore collects it back. Goes to Mendel, top key. Pumps the 3. Now drives. Angles back out, though. She's cut off by Delgado. Boomers taking their time on this possession. On the right wing, Treese will have it. 59-46. Boomers one to find a basket. Treese looking to drive. Spins into the paint. And they say a foul on the floor as she took Hatcher one-on-one. But who'd they get the foul on? There's 3 Lady Reds in the area. And they do get Hatcher. Hatcher second, team second of the quarter.
Coach is asking for a jump ball right there.
Yeah, not going to get it, unfortunately. as Ruby Alvarez checked in for the Lady Reds. Inbound for the Boomers. Mendel, right wing for three. That's too strong off the back iron. Rebound swatted out by Moore, but it's picked up by Liberal and Shamari Lewis. Lewis topped the key. Working to Contreras. Contreras in the left corner. Hatcher has plenty of space. Drives, puts up the runner from the baseline. It's too strong. Rebound by Lewis. Pokes it back up, and she's fouled. So Shamari Lewis on the second chance draws the foul and hits the free throw line. First foul of the game for Kaylee Mills. Second of the quarter for the Boomers. As Lewis so far in the contest has 13 points. The first free throw goes high off the back iron, hits the side of the rim and drops in. 60-46. Liberal on top with just 2:48 to play. Second free throw for Lewis, nothing but net. She's got 15 to go with Contreras to 17. Boomers the other way, trailing by 15. Let's go high left wing to Luckett. Luckett rolls around the top, guarded by Hatcher. Feeds in the corner to Mills. Mills looking to drive on Lewis, gets by her on the block, off the glass and good. Kaylee Mills with a nice drive. She's got 9 points. Remember, didn't score, I believe, till the second half.
She's doing a good job right now.
61-48, Liberal with the possession, leading. High right wing, Contreras with the dribble. Guarded by Mendel. Mendel is sagged off for a bit. Mendel sees the screen coming, can't get around it. They're working left elbow to Alvarez. Alvarez's pass too strong. Lewis has to save it, feeds it right to Mills. Boomers come up with it. Treese will push ahead. It's a 3-on-3 the other way. Treese down to the left side, angles it back out and resets. Top key to Moore. Boomers looking to find a basket to cut to the 13-point deficit. Top key to Treese. Treese finds Mendel on the right wing. Mendel guarded tightly by Contreras. Now looks to drive. Instead, hands off to Moore. Cross-court left wing to Luckett. Luckett pumps. She gets in the paint. Kicks it back out. Treese in the corner for three. It's short off the front of the iron. Rebound fought for, and they say a jump ball possession arrow taken by Liberal as they get the possession. So Liberal gets it back with 1:43 left in the ball game. They lead 61-48. The Boomers have tried to rally in the second half and so far have won the second half, but haven't been able to cut it closer than 11. As Contreras crosses the timeline, right wing to Alvarez. Alvarez looking to drive on Luckett. Luckett, good tight defense, has to feed it to Hatcher on the right elbow. Kick in the left wing to Lewis. Back up top to Contreras to show a reset. No shot clock, so they can take their time on this possession. High left wing to Hatcher. Hatcher guarded by Luckett. Luckett trying to stay with her. And a bad pass by Hatcher is turned over and stolen by Riley Moore. Moore races into the paint for the layup. It's too strong. Rebound on the backside by Mendel. Mendel, first effort doesn't go. Second effort, too strong as well. It's collected on the rebound by Delgado. And the Boomers missed two chances. Can't get it. And the Redskins take it back with a 13-point lead under a minute left in the ball game. Contreras, high right wing, 50 seconds. Gets a high screen from Hatcher. Luckett tightly on Contreras, who still has the dribble. Going all across the perimeter. As now picked up by Mendel, and Contreras just trying to run between the keys and stay away from a turnover as there's 35 seconds left. Boomers now trying to double team. She throws away a pass to Kaylee Mills. It's stolen away. Moore pushing back 30 seconds. Boomers have to go quick. Mendel left wing. Thought about the three instead. Rolls around the top. Somebody's got to get a shot. Luckett thought about it. Didn't. Right corner. Treese puts it up. That's short off the iron. Rebound collected by Contreras underneath with 16 seconds. And this might do it with 14. As Liberal has the 61-48 lead. And they are going to kind of spoil the girls' homecoming at least. As Hatcher, trapped up by the Boomers, gets the pass away to Lewis. 4 seconds. Cross court 2. And that is it. Liberal has come into Woodward and taken another victory. They take it over the Boomers 61-48. We'll step aside for break, come back, break down the game, post-game stats, and get you set for the boys. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Boomer TV and Z92 KMZE FM Woodward.
When you want the best pricing and no gimmicks on office supplies, furniture, electronics, and gifts, do yourself a favor. Stop by Divine Stationery and Radio Shack in Woodward at 2121 Oklahoma Avenue or call 580-256-7040. Serving Northwest Oklahoma since 1939. People investing in people. That's what they're all about at Great Plains Bank, because life isn't a transaction, it's a journey, and on that journey, we're greater together. Great Plains Bank has locations in your local area because they're here to serve you. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the OSSAA and the Oklahoma Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Around the world, generations of leaders build new friendships and solve problems, turning great ideas into reality. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
To Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as the Woodward girls have fallen tonight to the Liberal Lady Reds 61-48. Woodward drops to 8-10 on the season while Liberal improves to 9-4. Let's take a look at the post-game stats for Liberal. Ayla Contreras, she had 19 in the first matchup, had a strong first half tonight, finishes ultimately with 17 points. Following her closely was Shamari Lewis with 15. The only two in double figures for the Lady Red, but Camila Delgado with 8, Hannah McCarter with 6, as well as Zoe Torres, 5 for Kylie Ryan, and 4 for Ellie Hatcher. On the Woodward side of things, it was Bradley Douglas Fisher leading the way with 15 points, although she was limited in the second half due to a knee injury. Did get back out and gave it a run, but ultimately they decided to be safe and center. It seemed like she finishes with 15 for the Boomers, 13 for Riley Moore. Kaylee Mills came on strong in the second half. Finished with 9 tonight, and 6 for Lexi Middle, 5 for Jocelyn Treese. That is the scoring breakdown for both sides. And Dakota, Woodward won the second half, but that first half you just unfortunately dug yourself too big of a hole.
Yeah, it was a good fight, as you mentioned, in that second half. But man, in that first half, Liberal really put us on it as they are just knocking down every shot. Very, very, very good defensively. The pressure was there. Boomers could not break out of that press in the first half. But, you know, they made those second half adjustments, and they had a good second half, just wasn't able to catch up.
And unfortunate, their next test, as we mentioned, for Woodward, get essentially a whole week, as you'll go to Duncan next week. That is a top 20 team in 4A, the number 16. So that will be in Duncan next Friday. 1 week from today, as will the boys. And speaking of the boys, Dakota, they're up next. It's the Liberal Redskins against the Woodward Boomers to cap off homecoming night. Woodward took the last matchup in the Liberal, a thriller, 92-89 in overtime, after Liberal crawled the way back from a 14-point deficit. We'll go ahead, step aside for a break, and come back and preview the matchup ahead. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, Pipe Lanes Tire. Attention Expo Farm Expo exhibitors. Booth space is now available. It's the K101 Z92 Home and Agribusiness Trade Show, and it's coming to the Woodward County Event Center and Fairgrounds April 5th, 6th, and 7th. Now in our 40th year, this show features 2 exhibitor buildings, plus outdoor exhibitor space, and will host an extensive variety of agriculture and farm equipment. Also, home improvement ideas, clothing, communication, and entertainment products, ATVs, lawn and garden, new and used automobiles, plus arts and crafts, and great food vendors. Thousands annually rely on Expo Farm Expo to see a wide variety and selection of products and services that only a show of this size can offer. Booth space is now available by calling 580-256-4101. That's 580-256-4101. Don't miss out. Reserve your space today for the Tri-State's largest spring home and farm show and be part of Expo Farm Expo 2024. Coming to the Woodward County Fairgrounds Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's food, folks, and fun with K101.
Back on Z92, Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as it's the boys up next on homecoming night. Woodward taking on the Liberal Redskins, and Dakota. Liberal boys kind of in a different situation than the girls. For them, the girls, you know, have been really rolling. The boys have been struggling. They are 1-8 after a 3-0 start to be 4-8 on the season. And just a team that just hasn't found much consistency, really, other than Brooks Kappelman, the football all-star, the quarterback, big-time talent, and good size to him. He's been the cowbell, if you will, at 6'4", has had some 20-20 games since the last time we saw him, has really been doing work, but they just haven't been able to play a full 4 quarters, it seems like.
It's good. You know, you mentioned 1-8 kind of after that. It's kind of interesting because they have a lot of size, a lot of athleticism, you know, and they have a D1 player, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was getting ready to mention him. Zayd Martinez was kind of, when we saw them in Liberal, Martinez was kind of working back from the break, had, I wouldn't say quite an injury, but it was dealing with some things over the break and was just kind of getting back into the swing of things. He did start that game, but he played some time and was very significant his time, had 11 points quickly. But yeah, he's a D1 athlete going to Kansas State, and in all-state in football was a power combo with Kappelman. So, you know, he's a good athlete. The sophomore, James Feiser, had 35 on the Boomers in that game in the near comeback for Liberal. And since then, though, he's struggled a little bit. So, you know, consistency seems to be the big issue for this Liberal squad. That being said, Dakota, as we mentioned at the top of the girls game, this team is going to want to spoil the Woodward homecoming.
Interesting. It's just, you know, you have all those pieces there for Liberal, and it's not seemed to matching up this season. So it's going to be, you know, a good test there for the Boomers once again. As you mentioned, it was a pretty close game last time these two teams met, and I know they're going to want to come in here and, as you said, spoil the Boomers homecoming. But, you know, since the 2024, start 24, Boomers opened up against Liberal and have kind of been on a scoring streak.
Yeah, they have. I mean, you had 92 in that win against Liberal, and then you go to the Week Capital tournament. You post 86 on Chisholm in a thrilling game there. And, you know, they've been pushing close to those numbers a couple times. And, you know, the only real kind of one of the down performances you get against, like, Perkins Tryon, obviously a very solid team. Coming off the Alva game where Alva kind of shuts you down a little bit. It was a rough night all around. It was one of those nights where nothing could go your way. You were missing open shots despite having good looks. And they're looking to bounce back from that. You know, you're 2-2 over the last 4 and trying, again, to find some of that consistency. You're coming off the 3rd place in the Kingfisher tournament, Dakota. And I think these boys just ultimately wanted to gel a little bit.
Yeah. You know, that 2-1 tournament that the boys had for that 3rd place was kind of it was a good feeling for the boys. You know, getting that win, finally getting into that winner's side of that tournament and bring home some hardware. You know, but you followed it up with a very tough Cass Shipley, Alva Goldbug team, along with Aiden Kimberlin. You know, and you know, this is another true test here tonight, as you mentioned. All the moving pieces for Liberal kind of just not there, still trying to find that rhythm. So hopefully the Boomers can jump out to an early lead again against this team, keep it, and come home with a homecoming win.
It's going to be an up and down affair, that's for sure. It was against Liberal in their place. We'll see how tonight goes. Do want to thank our great sponsors before we get to the starting lineups. High Plains Tire, gold sponsor of the Boomer Coaches Show, Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories, Divine Stationery, Klein Mechanical, Northwest Glass, Great Plains National Bank, R5, Custom Embroidery, and Long Shots Bar Grill, who is our Coaches Show host. Could not do it without them. Woodward again wearing the home white uniforms. Got the white and black mosaic pattern as it kind of looks like has some striping. The gold numbers and text trimmed in black. Liberal, as the girls did. Oh, the boys going to wear the black uniforms with the red trimming and the white numbers and text trimmed in red. So I'll turn it over to Troy Hartley for the starting lineups. And there's your starting lineups for both squads. For Liberal, it was James Feaster, Brooks Kappelman, Carson Chamberlain, Alberto Torres, and Zayden Martinez. For the Boomers, Ben Chief, Carter Reed, Connor Price, Ethan Neal, and Connor Sutherland, the 5. As Neal will be facing off against Martinez for the tip-off. Boomers working right to left in the first half. Liberal going left to right. 8 minutes on the clock. Everybody ready to roll as they get around the Woodward logo for the tip. As the officials sit, there's the whistle. A couple dribbles from the official before the jump ball. It's in the air. Tip is won and controlled by Liberal. As taking the handle is Carson Chamberlain, the 6'2 senior point guard. Top key guarded by Carter Reed. Boomers playing the man defense to start by Martinez. Martinez drives straight away to the basket. His shot too strong off the rim, collected by Ethan Neal. Neal head to Chief, but the pass is batted by Feaster, stolen away by Torres for the Redskins. 7:35 in the first quarter, just underway. Torres gets a high screen from Martinez, works it over left wing to Feaster. Feaster had 35 on the Boomers in the first matchup. On the elbow, Martinez trying to drive again. Double team, somehow finds his way to the basket, and in front of the net gets it to go. Martinez with the first basket of the ball game. Boomers the other way. Sunderland drives, kicks out to Reed. Reed looking to attack to the paint. A low runner, rouse around and in front of the basket.
Good answer.
Reed with 2. His first shot goes up and in. 2-all. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Boomers trap Torres across the timeline on the wing. He finds Chamberlain, and they dump it down to Kappelman on the baseline. It's last touch by the Boomers as Connor Price steps in, knocks it away. As on the inbound, beneath the right block, Chamberlain goes top of the key to Torres. As he'll set up the offense, guarded by Connor Price, number 3 on number 3. Interesting.
Hey, I like
on
it.
the right wing, Feaster feeds it back to Torres on the baseline. A quick shot, well off the mark, collect on the backside by Martinez. He pokes it back up. It's short. Rebound almost taken by Feaster. Martinez knocks Neal to the ground, puts up another one. It's off the rim, and a fourth shot is too strong off the back iron, and it's saved by Liberal as Kappelman takes it on the left block. Goodness, top key to Chamberlain for a 3. That hits the backboard, not the rim. And the rebound finally scooped up by the Boomers. No, Carter Reed can't collect it, and it's out of bounds back to Liberal. About 7 chances for the Redskins don't go, but they keep it anyways.
Wow.
Goodness. So 6:25 remain in the first quarter. 2-all. Liberal extends possession inbound for Chamberlain in front of the Boomer bench, far side. Gets it to Feaster at the Woodward W, guarded by Ben Cheap. Cheap racing with him to the right side. Feaster takes the baseline, drives, puts up the shot off the front rim, but the rebound on the backside by Martinez finally goes. Martinez with all 4 for Liberal thus far. The answer for Woodward, Carter Reed up and under for the layup in front of the rim.
He didn't take too much time on that one.
No, went quick. He's got 4. It's 4 apiece for Reed and Kappelman, or for Martinez. As Boomer's trying to press Torres on the inbounds, almost get him to turn it over. They knock it out of bounds on the near side. Liberal keeps possession as Martinez feeds into Torres. Torres loses the handle off the inbounds. It's off him. No, they say off Connor Sunderland. As, again, Liberal keeps possession. 5:56 remain in the first quarter, tied 4-all. Torres this time inbounds to Feaster at the Woodward W. Guarded again by Ben Cheap. Goes right wing to Torres, guarded by Price. Up top to Martinez. He's looking to drive. Kicks over to Feaster, gets a high screen for Martinez, spins into the lane, puts up the shot. It was affected by Sunderland. It rolls around after a second opportunity. Who's it off of? It's off the Boomers. I think it rolled off the leg of Carter Reed.
And Boomers really being defensively right here.
They are packing in the defense, finding a way to force a lot of misses, but they can't get the board. As Carson Chamberlain inbounds from the deep corner right in front of the Pep Club. That's tough. Finds Feaster top the key. Feaster with the dribble, sends it left wing to Chamberlain. Chamberlain picked up by Reed. Chamberlain dumps it into Martinez on the left baseline. Cross court, right wing Feaster. He tees up the 3. It's off the backboard, off the rim, no good. Martinez with the rebound, pokes it back up, and he's fouled. Shot wild. But Zayden Martinez has the line for 2 opportunities.
And Tyler, you mentioned it, him and inbounding it in front of that student section. That is pretty tough. Those students get pretty rowdy and loud.
First foul of the game, charged to Carter Reed. As Zayden Martinez heads to the free throw line with all 4 points for Liberal thus far, making 5 as the first splashes home. Second free throw upcoming for Martinez. That one too strong. Rebound collected by Carter Reed. Reed looking to push, finds Connor Price. Back to Reed left side to Cheap in the corner. Cheap double team has to give way to Price. Back to Cheap, Liberal in his zone. Trying to send it inside to Sutherland. Pass batted by Martinez. Liberal comes away with the steal as Feaster takes it down the left side to Chamberlain. Looking to drive on the baseline. He loses the handle, and it's out of bounds. Back to the Boomers.
Boomers catch a break there.
Good defense again. As with Carter Reed tight on him. Reed inbounds in front of the Boomer bench. Connor Price, 5 minutes even. Remaining in the first quarter, Boomers trail 5-4. Left wing, Reed has it. Goes top key to Cheap. Now Liberal going into the man. Zipping inside to Sunderland in the paint. Kicks it out to Cheap. Cheap, a right wing long two. That's off the back of the iron. Rebound fought for, and it's last touch by Carter Reed as it rolls out of bounds.
He was trying to go for the putback there, just the ball came down awkwardly, and he wasn't able to.
As Liberal takes it back, facing a bit of a press for the Boomers yet again. Torres on the right side, throws it at the half-court line, passes batted away from Kappelman, and a whistle and foul on the loose ball. Is it on the Boomers or is it on Liberal? It's on Liberal and Torres. His first. Oh, no, they get Kappelman. Apologies. Torres was pointing at himself. So Kappelman picks up his first. First for Liberal as well. Boomers take back, trailing 5-4. 4:35 remain in the first quarter. A high left wing Reed goes to Price. They zip it into Neal. Right block extended for the jumper. It's too strong. Backside, Connor Sunderland pokes it back up and in.
That was a good putback there by Sunderland, knowing where the ball was.
On the press, Boomers almost force a turnover. They do. Connor Price steals it away from Zayd Martinez in the left corner. Cheap inside to Neal. Neal with the tough fadeaway. Shot's no good, but he's fouled on the way up.
Yeah, he's a little frustrated on that one, too. You really wanted that shot to fall.
Yeah, he's close enough in front of the rim in the paint. We'll see where they get the foul on. Boomers lead 6-5, trying to extend it. 4:14 left in the first quarter as Neal hits the line for 2 shots. And they get, looks like Zayd Martinez, his first. Team second. Is Neal still waiting to take his free throws?
I think they're trying to, see who the foul was on. They're going to change it, I believe.
They do. They actually changed it to Torres. Good point.
Now they change it to 3-4.
Okay, not sure what they're doing on the fouls.
Now back
they do
to
get
3.
Okay. First free throw was off the mark from Neal. As Torres does pick up his first. No foul on Martinez. A dribble for Neal, sitting up for the second free throw. That's nothing but net. Neal with his first point of the ball game. Boomers lead 7-5. Liberal back the other way, facing the press. Torres takes across timeline, just falls, loses the handle. Boomers take it. Neal tries to throw it to Reed, and Reed can't track it down. It's another turnover. Feaster collects it for Liberal. Flips it ahead to Martinez, his feet inside to Kappelman. Kappelman with the easy 2 on the race down. As Feaster had checked out, didn't see it, and gave way to Aiden Mata. On the right corner, Cheap takes the 3 for the Boomers. Nothing but net. Nothing but net for Ben Cheap. He's got his first basket, and the Boomers retake the lead 10-7. 3:35 first quarter, another steal. This time Carter Reed flips to Cheap in transition. The layup too strong off the front of the rim. Rebound collected by Liberal. As Torres, left wing, he'll pull up, take the 3. That's well short off the front of the iron. Rebound underneath by Connor Sutherland. The Boomers push back. Price down the right side, the left side to Reed on the wing. Baseline to Neal. Right corner for 3. It pops out, no good. Rebound collected by Torres as Liberal Race says Connor Sutherland got knocked down. Torres almost gets a strip by Carter Reed, but instead kicks it to Kappelman. Drives baseline underneath, up over Connor Sutherland for the bucket. So Kappelman starting to feel it. He's got 4, 10-9. Boomers lead by 1, 2:50 left in the first quarter. Top of the key. Carter Reed with the dribble for the Boomers. Directed traffic, goes right wing to Price, back to Reed. Reed looking for a screen, instead feeds over to Price right side. Price up top to Reed, trying to drive. On the baseline, finds Neal. Kicks it, top key to Price, pumps the 3. Drives in the right corner to Cheap. Cheap cross court left wing, pass is lazy, stolen away by Feaster. Feaster down the right side for the layup, and it sticks. Feaster comes up with the basket. His first of the night. And Liberal takes the lead, 11-10. Boomers the other way, left wing. Reed drives, kicks, right wing. Price open for the 3. That is off the mark from the right side. Collected on the backside by Feaster. Liberal kicks it ahead as he finds Mata open left wing for three. Steps up and drains it. Aiden Mata off the bench with his first basket. Makes it 14-10. Boomers trail. Minute 55 left in the first quarter. High left wing. Reed takes it. Goes cross court. Right side to Cheap. Inside to cut Ethan Hill. He's double teamed. Did he travel or is he fouled? They say he traveled. So a turnover for the Boomers as Neal found himself in traffic as soon as he caught the pass.
Going to have quite a few substitutions in here for
Connor
Liberal.
Sutherland steps in for the Boomers. Or excuse me, Isaiah Washington steps in for Connor Sutherland for the Boomers. Feaster does step out. As he'll give way to, that'll be Aiden Miramontes. Carson Chamberlain back in the ball game as well. Takes out Kaplan. As Liberal working around the top of the key, Martinez top of the key. Drives down the left side, kicks it to Chamberlain. Left corner for three. It's well short, well defended by Neal. Rebound though by Martinez, and he floats it home. Martinez with 7 of Liberal 16. And the Boomers trail, but they've got the possession. Minute 15 in the first quarter. Right wing Cheap as Liberal switch to a zone. Kicks it cross court, left wing to Reed. Back to Price on the right side. Up top, Reed swings it. They get Cheap in the corner. Open from three, left side. That just rims out. Rebound taken by Liberal as they push it ahead to Miramontes. Bounces it to Martinez. A traffic. His shot blocked by Neal.
Get it out of here.
Ball stays with Liberal, but another block by Ethan Neal. He's had a few on the season.
Just a few?
Just a few. As Gage Hutchins steps in for Ben Cheap. On the inbound for Liberal, it's Chamberlain in the deep right corner to Mata. Mata sets a screen as Moyer Montes waits with it, top of the key. Feeds over to Chamberlain, who works it back. Goes free throw line to Martinez. They kick it out to Mata on the right side. He drives free throw line. Kicks it right wing to Martinez. Takes the three in the face of Isaiah Washington. It's an air ball. Scooped up by Connor Price. Flips ahead to Hutchins. Hutchins for the layup left side. It's too strong. Well defended by Chamberlain. Liberal with the rebound. 30 seconds in the quarter. He flips ahead to Miramontes. He loses off the foot. It's Wild who's got it. Martinez does, and he falls with it, but they don't call the travel as he flips it over to Chamberlain. Now Martinez gets back top of the key. They lose on the backside. A Redskin and his shot Wild, and he fouls underneath. And a frustration one blew. The wide open layup was Ryan Mead. Mead just stepped in the game because it was wide open, and he blew the layup.
Student section yelled, "Ball doesn't lie."
15 seconds left in the quarter. Boomers trail 16-10 on the press. Hutchins takes it, kicks it right wing. Neal drives on Martinez for the layup. He's fouled hard. Shots off the mark. 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And Ethan Neal heads to the free throw line. 4-2 shots cut the deficit away for the Boomers. Second foul quickly on Martinez. I don't think they changed over from the first. Either way, 4 fouls in the quarter for Liberal. Neal's first free throw rattles around, hits the back of the rim, and goes out the front.
It's just in and out, Tyler, every time.
As Martinez checks out for Kappelman. 8 seconds remaining in the quarter. Neal set up for the second free throw. Was Wayward on his first. That's up and nothing but net.
What you like to see. Good.
Makes 1-2. Boomers trail by 5, 16-11. Press on with 8 seconds. Miramontes takes the inbounds. Flips over to Mata. Mata in the left corner. They find Chamberlain at the buzzer for the three. Banks it home to end the quarter. Chamberlain got it up before the shot clock, or before the quarter ended, and banked it home. Liberal takes a 19-11 lead after the first frame over Woodward. We'll step aside for a break. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
More than 600,000 Oklahomans have disabilities. We can't afford to leave great employees behind just because they do things differently.
Who we are and what we accomplish
are much more important.
Hire an Oklahoman with a disability and gain dependability, commitment, and lower turnover. Reach out Oklahoma Rehabilitation Services, okdrs.gov, 1-800-845-8476.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you, also on Boomer TV as we begin the second quarter. Boomers have the first possession, working right to left, trailing 19-11. Connor Price on the right wing, dumps it in to Carter Reed. They swing it back out, top the key to Neal. Neal inside to Washington. Washington double team, works his way through, puts a layup, and it rolls in. Crawled off the front of the rim and in.
It's a risky shot, but it worked.
Boy, as they watch his footwork, he gets after it. He can make maneuvers down there. As Boomers put on a bit of a press, Miramontes double teamed across the timeline, finds Chamberlain. Top key, Mata open for three straight away. It's off the side of the rim, scooped up by Isaiah Washington. Flips over to Price for the Boomers down the left side. Price hands off to Reed. Reed inside again to Washington. Double team, kicks back out to Reed. Did they say he traveled?
No.
They did. That's where you got to be careful if you're Washington. You can't get lost in the paint. 19-13, Boomers trail, but they put the press on Liberal as the pass battled away at midcourt, stolen by Price. Price in the right corner of the deal, backs it out. Top the key to Reed, they work it. Reed over to Price, right wing, looking in the corner of the Neal, bouncing the baseline. It's miscommunication as Hutchins was rolling away from it. Neal thought he was staying. It's a turnover for the Boomers. Liberal takes it back as Mata slows it up across the timeline. Goes left wing. Miramontes will tee up the three. That's well short. Off the face of Ethan Neal. Can't get the rebound. Picked up by Mean. Mean dumps on the baseline to Kappelman. They say last touch by the Boomers as it goes out of bounds. As Mata, Miramontes check out. Feaster as well as Torres back in. As Liberal has inbound on the right block, beneath the right block, I should say. Chamberlain goes high right wing to Torres, guarded by Price, who backs off of him a little bit. Boomers sticking to the man, as they do. At the W, Torres bounces it free throw line, left elbow to Kappelman between his legs loose, finds it and gets it to Feaster somehow. Feaster back to Kappelman baseline, drives on Washington all the way under net and slipped and traveled. Tried to stop and just fell. So it's a turnover for Liberal. As Bean checks out for Liberal. And Xavier Tavoya checks in. 6:35 remaining in the half. Boomers trail 19-13, but half possession. Carter Reed across the timeline, gets a high screen from Hutchins. Dips it in the left corner to Neal. Neal back to Reed on the baseline. Just miscommunication, another turnover. At Dakota, they were trying to play catch, and nobody went to the ball, it seemed like.
Yep, seems like the Boomers are also getting a little bit frustrated out on the court right now.
Liberal quickly out of the way. They find Feaster cutting on the left side. He's fouled hard by Isaiah Washington. Washington making sure the shot had no chance of going in.
I think Washington thought he was going to go a little higher with that shot and kind of just stayed mid-level on that jump, and Isaiah went with a high jump there for that block.
Feaster has line for 2 free throws. The first one too strong off the back iron.
Credit to Isaiah Washington, though. He didn't even let the Feaster get the shot up.
No, and hey, if you're going to foul, go all in. Second free throw for Feaster. That's too strong as well, but rebounded underneath and pogoed back up and in by Tafoya. So he gets the second chance, makes it 21-13. Liberal on top. Boomers with it the other way. High right wing. Reed goes top key to Neal. They swing in the corner. Hutchins open for three. He'll take it, and it's off the mark. Rebound collected underneath by Neal. Neal's shot too strong off the backboard. Isaiah Washington comes up with it, and oh, they say he traveled. He up-faked and tried to maneuver, and they say he traveled with it.
Yep. Coach said go up and under with that one, and unfortunately just didn't have too much time to.
Yep, tried to fade away. Sunderland steps in for Neal. Quickly, Liberal breaks press. They find Kappelman on the right block for the layup.
It's a last-second decision there.
6 points for Kappelman, 10-point lead for Liberal, and the Boomers almost turn it over. Sunderland kicks it off of Redskin, and eventually they come up with it as Torres races down the left side for Liberal. Across the timeline, guarded tightly by Reed. Torres, oh, Reed got the better of him, almost forced the steal as Torres got a little too dribble happy. Rolled out of bounds in front of the Boomer bench. 5:31 left in the half. Boomers trailing by 10, 23-13, needed to stop. Torres top the key, guarded by Price this time. Has the dribble, goes left wing to Feaster. Feaster finds Kappelman, top key guarded by Neal. Kappelman turns, drives to the block, has to kick it back out to Feaster in the corner. Spin move into block by Feaster. He's double teamed. It's stolen away by Reed. Boomers coming up with a 2-on-3 the other way. Reed into the paint. Tough layup. It doesn't get the call. It's off the front of the rim. Kind of a wild shot collected by Torres. Liberal back the other way on the left side. Feaster pumps the three. Drives baseline. Goes for layup. And it's an offensive foul. Stepping in to take the charge. Connor Sunderland.
Need to get a counter on how many he's had this season.
Oh, that'd be a lot of film to go in review.
Oh, yes, it would.
First foul of the ball game on Feaster. And it's a turnover for the Redskins. 5 minutes left in the first half. Reminder, homecoming festivities will take place at the half of this game. Boomers the other way, trailing by 10. Reed left side, goes right wing to Price. Inside right block. Neal gets open for an easy shot off the glass. 4 points for Neal. Boomers cut it to 8. Presses on. Torres picked up by Price, 3/4 court. Cross the timeline, double teams. Finds Chamberlain. They lose Kappelman on the backside of the play. He gets the easy layup. Kappelman with 8. Back to a 10-point lead for Liberal. Top of the key, Reed for the Boomers. Finds Price. Price trying to go to Sunderland. Double team, taps it out to Reed for the 3. Or excuse me, Neal for the 3. It's an air ball. Scooped up by Chamberlain. Chamberlain down the right side, stolen away by Hutchins. Hutchins scoops it back to Reed and saves it. What a play by Gage Hutchins.
And there's a foul after that on Liberal. It's going to be against 25, I believe.
So that'd be Tafoya, his first, team second. And how to Gage Hutchins not only steal it, but then scoop the save.
We're going to have a quick substitution here. Sunderland out. Ben Cheap back in.
Cheap seeing his first minutes in the second quarter as Connor Price takes the slow dribble for the Boomers. They trail by 10, 25-15. Left wing goes Hutchins. Top key to Neal. Neal rolling around the top, gets in the paint, kicks out to Price. Pumps, drives, gives it to Hutchins. Left wing open for 3. That one's short off the front of the iron. Rebound collected by Torres. Races ahead down the left side. Torres to the free throw line. Hands off to Kappelman. Kappelman with the tough leaning layup. Rouse around and in. 10 points for Brooks Kappelman. He's been the cowbell for Liberal this far. 27-15, Boomers trail. Drive by Neal, kick out left corner 3 for Ben Cheap. It's an arrow ball. Collected by Kappelman. Feeds ahead to Feaster for Liberal. On the right side, Feaster at the elbow. Goes top key for Torres. Liberal will slow it down. 3:30 left in the quarter as Torres drives. Little floaters, no good. Rebound by Kappelman. Shot affected. Did go, but Torres collects it underneath and gets the third chance. Torres with the basket, his first of the ball game. 14-point advantage for Liberal, 29-15. Boomers the other way. Cheap into the corner to Hutchins. Hutchins has to go top the key to Price. Price to Cheap on the right wing. Bounces it to Reed. No, it's swatted by Feaster and stolen away by Kappelman. Liberal, another forced turnover. As Torres slows it up. 2:55 remaining in the half. Liberal looking to push the lead over 15. It's leading 29-14. Chamberlain, a quick straightaway 3 that's way off the mark. Rebound just poked out of bounds by who they say? They say last touch by Woodward.
I'll say off the fingertips of Ben Cheap.
So Liberal keeps the possession as Connor Sunderland steps in. Ethan Neal comes out. Isaiah Washington also goes in for Ben Cheap. It's a double big lineup from Coach Gaines. As the inbounds goes to Chamberlain. Top of the key, left wing. Finds Mata, who's in the ball game. Working back to Chamberlain on the right side. This time the three's nothing but net. 6 for Carson Chamberlain. Liberal has pushed it to a 17-point advantage. 32-15, 2:25 remaining in the first half. Top of key, Reed for the Boomers. Trying to break a 9-2 run. Takes the straightaway 3. It's off the glass, off the rim. Too strong. Rebound collected by Feaster. Pushes the head left side to Mata. Mata drives to the paint. Shuffles it down low. Looking to Mean. Trying to go up with a shot. Do they count it? They do. Or no, they say on the floor. I apologize. Shots waved off, but they do call a foul on the floor. So they get Hutchins for his first. Second of the quarter for the Boomers.
Got a timeout here by Coach Gaines.
And a timeout is taken by Coach Gaines, as you mentioned. 2:11 left in the half. We'll step aside with him. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Girls
Girls and boys in poverty around the world are dreaming of a better life and a brighter future. Children International and friends like you are giving these children a chance to achieve their dreams by ensuring that they have access to health care, education, life skills, and more, so they can grow, thrive, and believe in themselves. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
Basketball, Z92, Boomer TV, Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as we get out of the timeout. Boomers trail 32-15. It's Liberal with the possession. As beneath the right block, Chamberlain finds Kappelman in the corner. Tabata back to Kappelman on the baseline for the easy deuce. Kappelman with 12 in this first half, and Liberal has more than doubled up the Boomers. Almost a 20-point lead. Reed on the left side, trying to drive, gets in the paint, works his way in, leans for a tough one off the glass and got it. 6 points for Carter Reed. Much needed basket. Liberal the other way, they stepped on the baseline as Mean and Mata were working underneath the rim on the fast break, and they turned it over. Boomers needed that one. It was a 9-2 run before the timeout. Overall, it's 20-7 over this quarter. Carter Reed, top key for Boomers, finds Price on the right side. Back to Reed up top. Reed looking to the angle in. Instead, kicks out to Hutchins in the corner. Hutchins into the paint. The runner, it goes. Tough runner for Gage Hutchins in front of the rim. His first basket of the night. Boomers trail by 15. Presses on. Mata in the backcourt. Sees the double team for the timeline, and he traveled with it. It's another turnover. 1:18 left in the first half. The Boomers have forced back-to-back turnovers to have a chance to cut into this deficit. As they trail by 15, 34-19. On the inbound, Carter Reed takes it at the W. Gets a high screen from Aaron Laredo, seeing his first time tonight. Laredo rolls off the screen, finds Sunderland in the paint. Sunderland, no look, tries to find Hutchins, but he wasn't there.
Yep. Sunderland says, that's on me, that's on me.
Could have looked that one in. So turnover by the Boomers after they force one. Liberal back the other way, and now a whistle and a timeout, or a foul, I should say, on Connor Price, who was guarding Feaster.
Yeah, kind of, Price there kind of tried to step back there, not absorb that contact, just unfortunately had a little too much there with Feaster.
Third foul of the quarter for Woodward. Inbound for Liberal, it's Mata. Dribble, with the dribble across timeline, I should say. On the right wing, hands off to Chamberlain. Chamberlain looking to attack. Behind the back dribble, a fadeaway just under the three-point line. That's short off the front of the rim, taken by Hutchins. Boomers push back in the left corner. Reed spins into the block, finds a cutting Connor Sunderland for the runner, and it goes. Connor Sunderland with the nice trail and the basket. He's got 4. Liberal back the other way quickly. Pass is batted, and last touch by Liberal. Mean, last to touch, it's a turnover.
So the Boomers went from a 20-point game now to possibly a 10 if they can score a 3 here.
Cut to 10 or 11. Just 30 seconds remaining in the half. Boomers trail 34-21. Carter Reed dribble across the timeline. It's a high screen from Laredo. Top key goes right wing to Price. Price back to Reed. Looking. Gets another screen this time from Sunderland. In the corner, Laredo open for 3. He'll step up and take it. It's way strong over the rim. Rebound collect on the backside by Mean. Mean flips the head to Chamberlain. Chamberlain to Kappelman in the paint. Loses the handle momentarily. Collects it. Puts up the floater, and it rounds around and drops.
Oh.
Kappelman with 14. Boomers the other way with 2 seconds and a foul underneath. And the foul going to be on Connor Sutherland as Mata come over with it on the inbound. And Mata heads to the free throw line with just 2 seconds remaining in the half. Sunderland's first foul. 4th of the quarter. Mata could push the advantage to 17 before the break for Liberal. Gets ready for the first free throw, and it hits the front of the rim, goes off the backboard and out the side. So that's off the mark. As Kappelman steps out for Liberal. Gives way to a 32 who we do not have. I'm going to imagine that's Edna Amador. So on the JV roster is 32. Second free throw on the way, and that is good for Mata. And on the inbounds, Boomers get it to Price, but he has no time left as he heaves it. It's off the glass, and that's how we end the first half. Woodward trails 37-21 entering the locker room. We'll step aside for a break, come back with the halftime homecoming festivities. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Need to pay the babysitter, but don't have enough cash? Use Zelle, located in the Bank 7 mobility app, to send money from your account to someone else's within minutes. With an email address or phone number, you can directly pay anyone you trust. Zelle is fast, safe, and free. Visit bank7.com for more details. Data rates and transfer limits may apply. Member FDIC.
Attention Expo Farm Expo exhibitors. Booth space is now available. It's the K101 Z92 Home and Agribusiness Trade Show, and it's coming to the Woodward County Event Center and Fairgrounds April 5th, 6th, and 7th. Now in our 40th year, this show features 2 exhibitor buildings plus outdoor exhibitor space and will host an extensive variety of agricultural and farm equipment. Also, home improvement ideas, clothing, communication, entertainment products, ATVs, lawn and garden, new and used automobiles, plus arts and crafts and great food vendors. Thousands annually rely on Expo Farm Expo to see a wide variety and selection of products and services that only a show of this size can offer. Booth space is now available by calling 580-256-4101. That's 580-256-4101. Don't miss out. Reserve your space today for the Tri-State's largest spring home and farm show. Part of Expo Farm Expo 2024, coming to the Woodward County Fairgrounds Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's food, folks, and fun with fun.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Wagner and Tyler Riggs with you at the break. Woodward trails Liberal 37-21. Liberal won that second quarter 21-10 after winning the first quarter 16-11. We'll look at the halftime stats for Liberal. He was a problem last time up at 23 in the first matchup. Brooks Kappelman on pace to do that again. He's got 14 at the break for the Redskins, 7 for Zayden Martinez, 6 for Carson Chamberlain, 4 for Aiden Mata, 2 for Alberto Torres, as well as James Feaster and Xavier Tafoya. For the Boomer side of things, not a ton of scoring, a bit spread out. You got 6 from Carter Reed leading the way, 4 apiece from Ethan Neal and Connor Sunderland, 3 for Ben Cheap, 2 for Gage Hutchins and Isaiah Washington. Dakota Liberal just really took control in that second quarter. They were forcing misses and pushing the pace heavy.
Seems like they were very hot from the three-point line. Not only that, but just very aggressive down there in the paint, getting boards, deflecting passes. It seems like the Boomers were able to do a little bit of the same thing, being aggressive, deflecting passes as well, but it just came down to the shooting for Liberal. It seems like every shot that they were taking was just going in. Them being able to get as many offensive rebounds as they did as well was another thing to highlight for them. All right, now they're kind of on pace to have a good second half, but the Boomers have got to figure out a way to slow this team down and take control.
Yeah, there's the big thing, take control, right? It seemed like Liberal has been in control pretty much throughout the entire game. So if you're Woodward, you've got to take that control back, as you're talking about, because that's crucial. You're in the home court, you got the home crowd, you got the homecoming festivities going on. Got to find a way. Should you get that momentum back, this crowd's going to really get into it.
Oh, yeah. Homecoming night. As we're speaking about homecoming, I believe our girls are going to come out here and we're about to have our king and queen announced in about 5 to 10 minutes. So hopefully this Boomer crowd can get this boys team back up and energized and support them as the third quarter will be underway here in just a little while.
And with that, let's step aside for a break and come back with the homecoming halftime festivities. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire.
Where do my friends and other students find their voice? We find our voice through the performing arts, along with millions of other high school students. By expressing yourself in a role on stage, through an instrument, or at the debate podium, the performing arts give us freedom to find ourselves, to find our place. The stage is where I can play, perform, and compete with my friends.
Performing arts at your school is where creativity meets courage. Encourage the students in your life to find their voice through the performing arts. This message presented by the NFHS, where we encourage all students to play, perform, and compete together.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball, C92, Boomer TV. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you at the break. Woodward trails Liberal 37-21 as we await the start of the homecoming festivities. It looks like we got the flower girl, the crown bearer, as well, getting their pictures taken beforehand. So that's always interesting to see. As I do want to thank our great sponsors real quick. iPlane Styler Gold sponsor of the Boomer Coaches Show, Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories, Divine Stationery, Klein Mechanical, Northwest Glass, Great Plains National Bank, R5 Customer Brewery, and Long Shots Bar and Grill, who is our Coaches Show host. Oh, we got a very important announcement. Let's see. They slipped it in there. We mentioned on the broadcast and they found out. They got old Johnny. I can't escape now. So good for Johnny. I mentioned that earlier. It was his birthday. Couldn't get the age out of him, and now he's probably nowhere to be seen. He's probably leaving the facility now. Oh, man. But anyways, do want to thank those great sponsors, as I mentioned, for their participation on Z92 with us now. And I will now turn it over to Mr. Hartley, PA announcer for the homecoming festivities. Taking their time to get set up. Our both teams real quick, the girls and boys. There we go. And there you have it. Your homecoming king and queen for basketball is Ethan Neal and Riley Moore. Congrats to both of them. The seniors taking the homecoming king and queen. The full court was Lily Luckett, Riley Moore, and Jocelyn Trees for the ladies. And for the men, it was Caleb Luthi, Ethan Neal, and Zane Wasson. As we got Ethan Neal now delivering the crown to Riley Moore. I think, was it last year we had the fumble of the crown? Or was it the tiara, I should say? What was it?
Oh, that's
somebody fumbled something last year. Something almost.
I remember one year we couldn't get the cape around the neck.
That's what it was, the cape. I think that was last year. Okay, that's what I was remembering.
Could not get it buttoned.
See how Ethan does at this moment as he's currently putting the cape on the Moore. Yeah, you're right. They had the issue with the button last time. Is he successful?
Does it like a champ here.
Oh, wow. Clean by Ethan Neal. So no issues on the crown, the tiara, and the cape. Ethan Neal, Riley Moore, your homecoming king and queen for the Boomers here tonight. Again, congratulations to both of them in the full court. Lily Luckett, Jocelyn Trees, Riley Moore, Caleb Luthi, Ethan Neal, and Zane Wasson. With that, we'll step aside for a break, come back, and get set for the second half between the Woodward Boomers and the Liberal Redskins. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Girls and boys in poverty around the world are dreaming of a better life, filled with dance, art, music, and knowledge. They dream of a brighter future with enough nutritious food to eat, a chance to learn and grow, to get an education, escape poverty, and do incredible things. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, such dreams are coming true. Together, we give children a chance to set their sights high and succeed in school and in life by ensuring that they have access to healthcare, education, life skills, and so much more so they can grow, thrive, and believe in themselves. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today. Together, we can help end poverty for good.
My son Aiden has asthma. Secondhand smoke has triggered his asthma so bad to the point where he had to end up in the emergency room. And he has spent multiple nights in intensive care. Now he's on a whole bunch of medications. My tip to you is, don't be shy to tell people not to smoke around your kids.
4 out of 10 U.S. kids are exposed to secondhand smoke. If you or someone you know wants free help to quit smoking, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV. Thank you for tuning in on KMZE FM Woodward as Boomers out of the locker room getting the shots up after the homecoming festivities. They trail Liberal 37-21 to start the second half. The homecoming king and queen, in case you just missed it, was Ethan Neal for the king, Riley Moore for the queen. For the Boomers, the full court was Lily Luckett, Jocelyn Trees joining Riley Moore, and for the boys it was Caleb Luthi and Zane Wasson joining Ethan Neal. So Dakota, looking at some keys to the second half for both teams.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it a little bit before the homecoming stuff. Really, the Boomers just going to have to do a better job of taking control of this game. Right now, it seems like Liberal is dictating the pace. How do you get that back for the Boomers?
Well, for the Boomers, seems like you kind of had it going for you there in the second quarter, kind of towards the end. It went on that little bit of a run, and then Liberal went back on one within the last minute. And so the Boomers got to come out here, and they got to set the tone early here in the third quarter. Just kind of shut down Liberal and what they have to throw at you. And then got to cut into that lead with small steps. Can't try to do it all in once. It'd be nice, you know, we talked about it with the girls.
Yeah.
Got to do those little baby steps. Try to cut this lead down to about half. Then in the fourth quarter, do the same. But you got to come in here. You got to make your shots. You can't force anything. There in that first half, I feel like we forced a lot of three-point shots that were just didn't need to be taked. Just need to look for open passes. drive into the paint and try to draw that contact, go to the line, try to hit them free throws.
We'll see if that could be the case, as that's essentially how you got to work your way back into this with small steps, like you mentioned. Similar to the girls. The girls did win that second half. Couldn't quite get it close enough, though. Got as close as 11. Couldn't ever break under that double figures. The boys, not quite of a deep of a hole, but close enough, as it's a 4-point difference between what the girls trail by and the boys trail by now. So see if they can get it done, as looks like Riley Moore is going to take her spot to top the throne, if you will, across from the Pep Club on the lower half of the stands near the scorer's table. A lot of pictures being taken, of course, family and friends. Coach Moore very happy, I am sure, as Ethan Hill even had to take a picture. I believe that was Bob taking him a picture before he get warmed up real quick. It's all the duties of the homecoming king, Dakota.
Oh yeah, well, think about it this way, Tyler. It only happens once in your lifetime. You get to be a homecoming king or queen, so might as well enjoy that in the moment.
Absolutely should, no doubt about it. I mean, that's memories that those players, those kids will take with them for, you know, the rest of your life.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know if they get to keep the crown and tiara and all that good stuff, but it'd be kind of nice if they did.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to ask about that. Maybe we'll have to inquire about
See if any, if they do, I wonder if they frame it, put it up in a nice case.
Oh, there you go. See,
yeah.
See, this man's thinking.
Yeah, I thought about all the things I could have done, but I never won, so that was that never happened for me.
So what you're saying is that there was a spot for homecoming king.
Well, yeah, I never filled out the application or whatever you got to do to get in there. So
okay.
I was far from it.
But he had the case ready to go on here.
I've had many cases to go for many different things.
All right. Oh, man. Well, both teams returned into their benches as they completed their warm-up. As the boys for Woodward will be working left to right in this half. Liberal going right to left in front of us. We are on the opposite side of the scorer's table in the home stands. It's Coach Gaines giving our boys the final words. Making sure the floor is clean. Caleb Luffy doing yeoman's work. Making sure the floor is good to go. Let's see if it's the same starting five for the Boomers or not. Should be. Nobody was in deep foul trouble. Before we get started, do one thing. High Point Cider Gold sponsor of the Boomer Coaches Show, Top Cat Forward Accessories, Divine Stationery, Klein Mechanical, Great Plains National Bank, Northwest Glass, R5 Customer Warranty, and Long Shots Bar and Grill. Our coaches shows could not do it without them on Z92. As mentioned, Liberal going right to left of this half. They will have the first possession as Feaster inbounds to Kappelman. And we're underway to begin the third quarter. Feaster on the high left wing, rolls around the top, hands off to Chamberlain. Chamberlain pulls up on the right side for three. It's too strong. Backside rebound taken by Martinez. Kicks out to Torres straight away for the second chance three, and that splashes home for Alberto Torres. And Liberal opens with the first basket of the second half. Boomers working left to right the other way. Top the key, been cheap. Finds Carter Reed on the right side, guarded tightly by Torres. Inside to Sunderland, double team. Kicks out to Dill. They find Reed, pumps, drives at the paint, pulls up. And that shot short. Rebound, though, taken by Reed. He'll kick out to Cheap. Tees up to three in the hand, or in the face, I should say, of Kappelman, and it splashes home. Bid Cheap. First basket of the second half for the Boomers. He's got 6. Liberal back the other way with a 40-24 lead, and Zayd Martinez throws it down. And that rallies the bench for Liberal as Martinez flushes one. He's got 9. Boomers the other way, trailing 42-24. Reed into the paint. He traveled as he hop step a couple too many steps, Dakota.
Yeah, just unfortunate there. Thought he had the open lane. Just think it was a little too much, a little too fast.
That's the call. As Liberal facing the press the other way, Torres racing down the center of the court, drives into the paint himself, runs into Connor Sutherland. They call a block. And Sutherland looked like he was set, but they say not the case. Wow. Torres raced into the paint a bit wild. Second for Connor Sunderland, first of the quarter for Woodward. as Chamberlain inbounds beneath left block for the Redskins. Counts on, look for somebody that's up to 3. Finally throws in Torres at the corner. Torres looking to pass it inside, dumps to Kappelman. No, Connor Sunderland steals it away. He'll flip it up to Connor Price. Boomers will push. Now Price instead slows down the pace as he goes right wing. Looking to hand it off to Carter Reed. Does get it there at the Woodward W. Reed calls for the high screen. Feeds it to Price, right side. Dumps it down into Sunderland, but the pass stolen away by Martinez. Martinez racing for Liberal inside to Feaster. Feaster's shot's no good, but follow-up for Martinez is. And Martinez up to 11 points for Liberal. They've got a 44-24 lead over the Boomers and a foul the other way as Connor Price gets across the timeline. Excuse me, knocked out of bounds. Boomers keep possession on the near side. Carter Reed dumps it to Ethan Neal, top of the key. Go to Price left side, back to Reed in the corner. Well defended, doesn't take the 3. They work it back to Neal right side. In the corner to Cheap. Cheap inside to Sunderland. Top key to Reed. They find Neal again. Neal looking at the free throw line, pulls up for the shot. It was short off the front of the rim. Rebound taken strongly by Kappelman. He feeds ahead to Feaster on the right wing. Finds Torres, top key. Torres sees up the straightaway 3. It pops out. Rebound taken by Bib Cheap. Cheap pushes ahead for the Boomers, dumps it to Neal, open on the other side for the layup as it rails around and in. Ethan Neal, much needed basket for the Boomers. He's got 6. 44-26, Boomers trail by 18, 5:25 left in the third quarter. Chamberlain's pass too strong to Kappelman. It's into the own Liberal bench for the turn. Bada in the ball game for Torres. As the Boomers come back with it. Carter Reed, high left wing, gets a high screen, dribbles around it, goes right wing to Price. They reset in the corner to Ben Cheap, left side. Cheap picks up his dribble, feeds Price. Free throw line to Isaiah Washington is in the ball game for Sunderland. Feeds to Reed. Reed into the paint for the leaner over Martinez. Shot was affected. It's off the backboard. Rebound fought for, they say, last touch by Liberal as it rolls out of bounds. So the Boomers keep possession. Ben Cheap has it beneath the left block on the baseline, looking to throw it in for the Boomers. Finds Connor Price straight away. Kicks it back to Cheap in the corner. Almost dribbled with it, or traveled, I should say. As they still have it left side. Price guarded tightly by Feaster. 4:55 left in the third quarter. Reed on the right side tries to dump it into Washington. Martinez steps in, rips away the pass. Martinez 1-on-2 the other way for the layup. Gets the contact and the foul. And the bucket. Zaid Martinez took it himself after the steal. Got the hoop and the harm. And he's up to 13 points quickly, and Liberal holding strong to start this third quarter. Foul charge to Ethan Neal, his first.
Been very aggressive to open up this third quarter.
The free throw rattles out, no good for Martinez. Boomers come with the board. Neal to Reed. Reed for the layup, left side, off the glass and in. Carter Reed with the drive. He's got 8. Boomers, though, trail by 18, 46-28. Feaster that way at the paint. It's stripped away and stolen by Washington as Price comes up with it. Feeds ahead to Reed. Reed in the paint yet again. Up and under, scoop layup. It's off the left side of the rim. Taken on the rebound by Chamberlain. They say stepped out of bounds. Boomers keep possession.
Good defense there by Carter Reed to force that out of bounds there. Foot on the line.
Yeah, missed the shot and immediately went to the defensive side as Martinez steps out. Bean steps in. Miramontes will come in and take out Chamberlain for Liberals. So the Boomers inbound beneath the left block. Connor Price finds Reed in the corner. Top key to Cheap. Back to Price left side for the 3. It goes in. Connor Price with his first basket of the ball game. The Boomers cut it back to 15. 46-31. They apply the press. Mata, he'll drive in the paint. Dumps it down to Kappelman. Kappelman's first look doesn't go. Second look, no good as well. Boomers fight for the rebound. Reed comes up with it. But it's stolen away by Kappelman on the baseline. The scoop layup. Rounds around and in. Tough basket for Kappelman. He's got 16. Boomers the other way. Cheap to the right block to Price. Back out to Cheap. Wing for 3, and that's an air ball. And it's off Feaster. The Boomers keep possession. Feaster was racing to grab the rebound, misjudged it, and it bounced off him. Boomers catch a break. It's Connor Price beneath the left block. Will inbound on the baseline. Look, it counts on the 3. Finally goes to Reed, top the key. Reed calling the play. Looking for the high screen. Will get it from Neal, but doesn't use it. Reed drives, goes for Leaner. Thought he got fouled, didn't. Isaiah Washington trying to save it, and it's out of bounds.
Oh.
They say last touch by Liberal. I thought Isaiah Washington was going to be the last to touch.
I'll take that any day of the week.
You will. So Boomers again extend the possession. 3:39 left in the third quarter. Boomers trail 48-31 inbounds. They find Reed. Reed again into the paint with the drive, the layup. It just rolls out. Rebound underneath by Washington. Pokes it back up and in for the second chance. Isaiah Washington with 4 points. Boomers trail by 15, 48-33. Presses on again. Feaster trying to get by it. As Reed on him tight across the timeline. Reed pokes it away, but Mata comes up with it. Liberal keeps possession. Back to Feaster, wide open, left wing for three. Nothing but net. James Feaster with 5 points. They lost him on the double team. Boomers back the other way, left wing Cheap, trying to drive baseline. Runs into Kappelman, he's double teamed. He's in a pickle. He finds Price. No, they say he stepped out of bounds. It's a turnover for Woodward. And just worked himself into a tough spot to go.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there. Thought you had Price open for that quick three-pointer. Would have been out of, would have rimmed out anyway, but it was a good look.
As Kappelman steps out, Martinez steps in. Mata across the timeline for the Redskins, gets the high screen for Martinez, gets to the semicircle free throw line, has to angle it back out, and he's fouled on the right wing. As Ben Cheap race out to guard him. Cheap, his first foul of the ball game, third of the quarter for the Boomers. They trail 51-33. Liberal has the possession. In front of his own bench, Mata dips it free throw line to Feaster. Feaster goes top the key, back to Mata. He gets open for the straightaway three. Rattles around, pops out, rebound, and a foul underneath as Isaiah Washington got hacked by Zayden Martinez on the loose ball. Martinez with his third personal. I got him for two. Apologies. And they put in Gage Hutchins. Had 24 up on the board. That's what kind of got me there. As Reed steps out for the Boomers, gives way to Hutchins. And the Boomers have possession, top the key with Price in the corner to Hutchins. They swing it back around. Price tries to go cross court, left wing, left corner to Neal. Neal tees up the three. It's short off the side of the rim. Rebound taken by Feaster. Feaster pushes ahead, drives down the right side of the lane to the block. Tough layup, sticks it off the glass. Feaster with 7, and it's a 20-point lead yet again for Liberal. The shot the other way for Hutchins, rattles out. Rebound collected and given to Kappelman for Liberal. Still working ahead to Miramontes. To Mata at the Woodward W. Mata setting up the offense. 2:05 remaining in the third quarter. Liberal leads 53-33. Left wing Miramontes. Kappelman straight away for three. The big man hits one. Kappelman drains the three, and he's got 19. He's getting it done for everywhere. Boomers the other way, high left wing Cheap. Top key to Price. Price guarded tightly by Miramontes. Feeds back over to Cheap, to Hutchins. Hutchins free throw line to Washington. Washington finds Neal working the baseline for the easy deuce off the right block. Neal with 8 points. Boomers still, though, trail by 21, 56-35. Minute 25 remaining in the third quarter. Mata top the key, gets the high screen, and an offensive foul from Mean as he leaned out the hip and knocked down Connor Price. It's a turnover for Liberal. Second foul for Ryan Mean, third of the quarter, second of the quarter for Liberal. Sneal sits inbound in front of the Liberal bench, feeds to Connor Price. Price with the jog, flips it up ahead to Neal on the wing. Left elbow, Washington zips down to Hutchins. Hutchins can't get the layup underneath the basket. It hit the bottom of the rim. Miramontes comes up with it for Liberal. Feeds it to Feaster. Straight away for three. That's off the mark right side. Rebound on second chance by Kappelman. Pokes it up and in off the glass. Kappelman with 21 for Liberal. They lead 58-35. Boomers back the other way on the right baseline. Cheap with a nice find to trailing Isaiah Washington for an easy basket in front of the net.
Good cut.
58-37, 50 seconds left in the quarter. Liberal with the possession of the lead. Top to keep Feaster. Feaster almost over the half-court line, but somehow got back to Miramontes, guarded tightly by Hutchins. Miramontes this time hands off to Feaster. 38 seconds left on the wing. Feaster backs out in the high right corner, So he runs over to the left side. Hop steps into the block, almost stripped away and stolen. Still has it in the paint, up and under for the shot. It's off the glass, rebound, fought for in the corner between Price and Kappelman. They say last touched by Kappelman. Boomers take the possession. Price, though, got rolled up for a minute there. Goodness.
That he did.
It's a big man trying to take down Connor Price.
Connor Price is going to pop up 9 times out of 10.
He will. 18 seconds left of the quarter. Boomers have possession. Right wing Neal zips it free throw line to Washington. Kicks out top key. They work a left wing to Price. Back to Cheap straight away. 10 seconds for the three. That's off the side of the rim. And the long rebound goes out of bounds. Back to Liberal with 5 seconds remaining in the quarter. 58-37, Liberal with the lead. And looks to have final possession of the quarter as we get a quick timeout from Coach Grant Rogers. Just the 30. We'll keep it here. So an interesting move by Coach Rogers to go to Liberal, trying to maximize these final 5 seconds.
Yeah, kind of threw me for a loop there, taking one. I would have just kind of hold on to the ball, but maybe he's trying to get his team into maybe a third quarter last second shot here. Maybe trying to run a little play.
Maybe so.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. You know, Coach Gaines still has 4 timeouts, a lot to work with. Maybe she's trying to come up with the fourth quarter game plan.
Yeah, and you make this run in the fourth quarter, you know, get it close again. You have some of those timeouts in the back pocket, like you mentioned, to be able to work things.
Anything can happen.
Out of the timeout, Liverpool with the possession. As Boomers slow to get out of their timeout. So they went inbound this from an awkward spot. It's on the sideline, far side, in the deep left corner. Mata throws in to Feaster. 4 seconds, Feaster working full court. Across the timeline, feeds the Mata right corner for 3, and it's blocked by Ethan Neal. And that's how we end the third quarter with a stuff from Ethan Neal. Liberal, though, with the 58-37 lead as we enter the final frame. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as we are set for the fourth quarter. Liberal on top of the Boomers, 58-37. As we enter the final frame, Boomers begin with possession, working left to right in this half. Ethan Neal on the near sideline feeds into Ben Cheap at the Woodward W. Back to Neal on the wing, cross court. They work it and try to dump it inside to Washington. Stolen away by Liberal and Feaster. Feaster ahead to Martinez to Kappelman for the layup. Gets the shot and the foul. Kappelman fired up. He's had a big night for Liberal with 23 points. They extend their lead 60-37. Ethan Neal collects his second foul. .746 remaining in the ball game. Free throw on the way for Kappelman. It's too strong. Feeds ahead to Cheap. Cheap on the wing. To Neal. Back to Cheap. Inside to Washington, tries to go up and under, but finds Hutchins on the baseline, stolen away by Chamberlain. Chamberlain feeds it to Kappelman, races ahead across the timeline, kicks to the right corner to Feaster. Feaster steps out, takes the three in the face of Ethan Neal. It's way strong. Isaiah Washington crashes to the ground. Liberal comes up with the rebound. Torres puts up the three, and he's off the mark as well. And then a pass stolen by Chamberlain after the Boomer rebound. His three off the mark, and Kappelman eventually comes up with the pogo layup, second chance. Really more about the fifth chance. Kappelman 25. 62-37. Isaiah Washington underneath for the score and the one.
It's a good answer for what just happened on the other end of the court.
Boy, a wild sequence. And they do get Kappelman just his first foul, or his second, they say, excuse me. team first of the quarter. Washington goes to the line for the and one. Boomers though trail 62-39, 7:03 left in the ballgame. Gage Hutchins sits and gives way to, looks like, I believe, Luke Talley. Free throw on the way for Washington is in. As Carter Reed comes in for Washington. And for the Boomers coming into the ball game, again on Luke Talley. As the other way, we got a whistle and a offensive foul. Should be. Yeah. Offensive foul as they pick up Feaster for a second, was getting the elbow out. Boomers have the possession. Reed takes the inbounds. As the dribble top the key, goes left wing to Price. Price inside Reed on the give and go. Fights through traffic. The layup short off the iron. Rebound taken by Liberal. As they'll push ahead with Feaster. Feaster's off the mark on the shot. Second chance, so Pogo's up and in for the bucket. As an and one for Feaster. He's got 9. That's a 24-point advantage, 64-40. And who they get for the foul? They got Neal, his third. And the free throw on the way for Feaster is good. He's got 10. Boomers the other way, trailing 65-40 on the left block. Reed gets inside for a leader and gets off the glass and good. He's got 10. The Boomers though still with a big disadvantage. 6:25 left in the ballgame. Kappelman takes the pass across the timeline to Feaster to Martinez. Tries to go for the dunk, but instead finishes with the layup. Martinez having a good night of his own. He's got 15. Boomers the other way. And a whistle on a foul. Or excuse me, got knocked out of bounds. I apologize. As Liberal defended the pass. And the inbounds goes to Price in the corner. They'll work it around. Reed top the key to Cheap. Back to Reed inside. He loses the handle and he stepped out of bounds. It's a turnover for the Boomers. And Mean checks in for Kappelman for Liberal. As the Boomers try to apply the full court pressure. Chamberlain able to get across the timeline. Tried to feed it to Martinez, but it's knocked away by the Boomers. Liberal will keep the possession. Underneath the left block on the baseline. Martinez finds Mean. Back into Martinez. Block spin move. Goes up for the shot. Good defense from Carter Reed. Forces a miss. Boomers come up with a Cheap the other way. Attacks into the paint. Cheap, the runner. He's hacked at. They didn't call it. Shot well short. And the rebound taken by Martinez. Martinez for Liberal into the paint. Kicks out to Chamberlain for 3 in the right corner. That's off, but on the backside, Martinez cleans it up. He's got 17, and it's a 69-42 lead for Liberal. Boomers the other way. Right wing Price. He tees up the 3. That's a rainbow high off the back iron. And they say it hits the top of the backboard, and it's back to Liberal. So unfortunate for the Boomers. There's another possession, winds up in the hands of Liberal. And the other way, you got a whistle. And they say stepping on the sideline was Martinez, so a turnover.
Boomers will take that.
Take that all the time. As Kappelman steps in for Martinez. Kappelman with 25, Martinez with 17. The two premier athletes have showed out tonight. Boomers trail 69-42. Worked around to Laredo, right wing in the corner. Reed trying to drive to the paint. Another tough leaning runner. Does not go as it's an air ball. The pass so almost stolen by Connor Price as he dives into the Boomer fans on the near side. As Gage Hutchins checks in for Woodward. I believe that was Luke Talley, number 15. I could be wrong.
Luke Parkhurst.
Oh, okay, Luke Parkhurst. Thank you. They both nearly have the same hair.
Yes, it look a lot alike.
Yeah. So Parkhurst got some action. He checked out as Hutchins stepped in. Top key, Kappelman's got for Liberal off the inbound. Kappelman with the drive, tough leaner. Good defense from Laredo. He comes down with the rebound. races ahead, but he's stripped away and stolen by Torres. Torres back the other way for Liberal. It's a 2-on-1. Dumps it down to Mean. Mean for the shot. Gets it to go and the foul.
And Liberal kind of worked
Torres
hard.
went with the no look to Mean.
It's hard work for that basket there, Tyler.
First basket of the ball game for Mean as it's pushed to 71-42. Redskins have put on the Avalanche in the second half.
They're just playing smart out there.
Second foul charge to Carter Reed. And the and one free throw for Mean drops. So he's got 3, and it's a 30-point advantage for Liberal. Boomers will walk around top of the key. Reed, the Euro step into the lane for the layup. Off the glass, and it sticks.
Good finish.
He's got 12. Boomers, though, still trail by 28 with 4:25 left in the ball game. Torres racing down the left side, got bumped. They say it's out of bounds. Last touch by Woodward. It's Connor Sunderland checks in for Aaron Laredo. So he will sit. Sunderland in. Sunderland with 4 points. Liberal with the inbounds. They get to Chamberlain. Chamberlain left corner goes top the key to Torres. They'll work it around as Torres drops a baseline to Chamberlain for the layup up and under. It's short, but he's fouled, they say, all the way up.
Yep. Unfortunately, the Boomers are just seems like they're fouling on each possession now.
Just a little bit of frustration, I think, on some of these. They get Carter Reed for his fourth team foul. Yeah, it's Chamberlain at the line for 2 free throws. He's got 6, 2 threes on the game. First free throw, it goes in. As Martinez checks back in, a timeout taken by the Boomers with 4:16 left in the ballgame. They trail 73-44. We'll step aside with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
I'm a wife and the mother of 2 kids. And when I get to work in the precinct house and put on my uniform, I can tell you, as a police officer, we're building partnerships. This should be happening everywhere, so the police should be reaching out to this community, and this community should reach out to the police. That's the way to make this a safer place.
Start the conversation and help stop crime. To learn the 5 things you can do, go to ncpc.org/prevent violent crime. A message from the National Crime Prevention Council and the Bureau of Justice Assistance.
Back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as the Boomers trail to Liberal 73-44. The Redskins have put it on them in this second half as the free throw will be upcoming for Chamberlain. As Boomers still deep in their huddle. I mean, well deep in their huddle. Still haven't broken. Liberal's been ready, and finally the Boomers break. This Coach Gaines was taking her time there to go.
Yeah, I think the guys were kind of getting a little instruction on kind of what to do, and just I think Coach Gaines was just kind of breaking it down for them.
Yeah, definitely was. As Chamberlain sits up for the second free throw, made the first. Couple dribbles, steps and shoots it. That's none but net as well. So he's got 8. Liberal back up by 30, 74-44. Boomers across the timeline with possession. Carter Reed top the key. Picked up by Feaster. Goes on the right wing to Price. Back to Reed. Reed dribbles into the paint. Tries to hand off to Sunderland. The pass is wayward. Stolen away by Chamberlain. Liberal pushes back the other way. Torres for the layup. It's swat, I think, partially blocked by Reed. Underneath, grabbed up by Kappelman, though, as he pokes it back up. They say an offensive foul? No, they say a foul on the Boomers as Kappelman heads to the free throw line.
Yep.
So Kappelman again causing havoc on the boards.
There's a foul on that second shot there. Clean block, though. Just when he came back up with it, that's when they drew the contact.
Ben Cheap picks up the foul. 5th of the quarter for the Boomers, so Kappelman to the line anyways. Kappelman a big night with 25 for Liberal. Probably about 15 boards as the first free throw is strong, no good. Connor Sutherland steps out. Isaiah Washington checks in. Washington with 9 so far. Second free throw for Kappelman. That rattles in. Splits the pair, and he's got 26. 75-44 Boomers trail, but they got possession. Cheap, top key, drives, pulls up, hits it off the glass, and in. Cheap with a high degree of a difficulty shot from the elbow, and got it in. 75-46, Liberal with lead possession. Feaster races down, feeds to Martinez, left baseline, easy jumper for Martinez from that spot. Martinez with 19 of his own. Boomers the other way, Price on the right wing, in the corner to Hutchins. Top key, Reed, look at the drive, into the paint. Goes up and under around Martinez, off the glass and in. Reed with 14, been a bright spot and otherwise unfortunate day. And they get the travel, you called it, on Torres as the Boomers applied the pressure after the made basket. Still, though, they trail 77-48, 3:20 remain in the ball game now. Liberal going into the bench with Mata, as well as some fresh faces. A couple of JV guys. Xavier Tafoya checking in, as well as Miramontes. No starter out on the court. Me back in. Boomers on the inbound. Connor Price, left side, or Reed, drives. Puts up the shot, and it's partially blocked by Liberal. Washington, though, comes up with it, pokes it back up. Off the glass, fouled, and one for Isaiah Washington. Washington breaks into double figures with 11 for the Boomers. 3:10 remain in the ballgame. Foul taken by Xavier Tafoya, his second. Washington at the line for the N1. A few dribbles. Dips and shoots it, and it's off the back iron, too strong. Rebound fought for. Meade collects it for Liberal. Hands off to Chamberlain. Chamberlain left wing to Miramontes. Tries to dump it into Tafoya, but the pass stolen away by Washington. Flips ahead to Reed. Reed on the right side in the paint on two defenders and draws the foul. Thought he was going to get called for the charge, but they say Aiden Mata wouldn't sit. And Carter Reed goes to the free throw line. First foul charge to Mata.
Tyler, I think you're right. A lot of frustration in this fourth quarter for our guys.
Yeah, just hadn't been their second half. As Redskins on top of the Boomers, 77-50, 2:57 left in the ballgame. Carter Reed trying to add to his 14 points. First free throw hits the back of the iron and it goes out. So too strong. Second free throw upcoming. As Reed collects, dips and shoots. That one rounds around and it just rolls out, but Washington with the second effort underneath, off the glass and in. He's got 13. 77-52, 2:50 remain in the ballgame. Liberal well in control and with possession, although a turnover from Chamberlain. 2-on-2 the other way. Cheap with the steal and the score off the left block. Been Cheap with 10 points. The Boomers still trailing by 26. Or excuse me, by 22. Apologies. Or 23, I can't do math, goodness. Liberal the other way, layup blown by Mata, rebound taken by Neal. Price pushes ahead to Reed. Reed into the paint, goes for the shot off the glass again from the left block. Carter Reed with 16. Boomers have cut it to 21 with 2:15 remaining. Press still on. Chamberlain across the timeline, left side. He just throws it away to Cheap. Cheap steals it, scoops it up to Reed. Reed with the layup, and Cheap was kind of like, all right, thank you.
I mean, Tyler, you couldn't explain it better. Literally just hands it off to Cheap. Cheap goes the other way with it up and in.
Well, hand off to Reed
hand it off
for
to
the
Reed,
easy layup, but Boomers all of a sudden have cut it under 20 to 19, 77-58, timeout on the floor, a 30 taken. The only problem is, Dakota, despite this great run for the Boomers, time very much working against you. It's a Boomer 8-0 run in the last minute, 16-8 run in the last 3 minutes.
That press Boomers been running has just been working, getting trapped, and they're just forcing turnovers right now. And man, like you said, just wish there was a little bit more time on this clock.
Yeah, if you had about 4 more minutes on the clock, you know, your early fourth quarter, this would be somewhat a lot more manageable situation as Coach Hickman fired up over something.
Let's see if they're able to continue the pressure out of the break.
On the left block, inbound by Miramontes. Boomers again on the press, trying to trap up Feaster. He's on his own baseline, finds Mata. Mata ahead to Miramontes to Kappelman. Top key, Kappelman drives, left elbow for the jumper. It rattles off. Rebound taken by Washington. Minute 50 left in the ballgame. Boomers have to go quick. Head to Cheap in the corner. Right side, top key to Price. Price to Neal. Left side to Reed. Reed driving baseline, scoops it out. Cheap for the three, right corner, it goes in.
Wow.
Nothing but net for Ben Cheap. 77-61, Boomers still trail by 16. This time Miramontes does break the press as he flips to Mata, top key, mid 27. Mata drives. He almost turns it over, but Reed touched it last. It's out of bounds on the Boomers. Reed almost came away with the steal. Redskins not holding the ball as Torres steps in for Mata. Coach Rogers not happy with with Mata, excuse me. And on the inbound, goes to Kaufman in the right corner, dumps into Martinez. Martinez turns around, puts up the shot, it rounds out. Whistle on a foul on Liberal the other way as Price was fighting for the board. That's number 5. As that's shots for Connor Price. He'll take 2. See who they got the foul on. But this is big, Dakota. Stops the clock for the Boomers.
Does. Just a minute 19 here to go in the fourth.
And they get Miramontes, his first, team 5th, as mentioned. Price at the line for 2 free throws. Only has 3 points on the day. 1 made 3.
Got his own number.
Couple of dribbles, dips, and shoots. Nothing but net for Connor Price. Boomers making a 15-point game, 77-62. Price with a few more dribbles. Second free throw on the way. That one, nothing but net as well. He's got 5. Boomers trying to force a turnover off the inbounds. Miramontes breaks the press, feeds ahead to Torres. Torres on the block, gets stolen away from Reed. Reed going the other way all by himself. Kappelman racing to block him. Reed lets Kappelman blow by, but it's blocked by Martinez on the follow through. He feeds it to Torres. Torres trips up, zips it out to Martinez on the wing, and now Liberal trying to hold with a minute left. High right wing Kappelman does get fouled by Ethan Neal. And a blown opportunity for the Boomers, Dakota. Thought Neal was going to, or excuse me, Reed was going to have an easy layup, but a crazy effort from Zay Martinez to get the block.
They ought to cut it to 12 if he did.
Now Kappelman heads to the free throw line, shooting a pair as Neal picked up the foul, his 4th of the ball game. Kappelman's first free throw, nothing but net. He's got 27. He's been all over it for Liberal tonight. The all-star quarterback. Second free throw on the way. That's good as well. He made both. Pushes it back to a 16-point advantage. 53 seconds left in the ballgame. Boomers trail 79-63. Price top key double team. Finds Washington on the right wing to Reed. Reed drives to the paint. Flies by for the layup, but it's short off the rim. Rebound collected by Martinez. He pushes ahead for Liberal. Goes for layup himself. It's too strong. Neal let him blow by, and it's poked out of bounds by Liberal. So the Boomers get it back with 37 seconds left, but you trail 79-63 at this point. It would be highly, highly improbable. As Price top key, feeds back to Reed. Over to Neal, right wing, got to take a quick shot, does on the 3. That's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound collected by Price in the corner, dumps it inside of Reed. Reed just flips it up for the layup. They let him take it as he's got 20 on the day. 79-65, 18 seconds as Liberal breaks the press. Kappelman crosses the timeline, gets fouled again. At this point, Boomers between a rock and a hard place on the time. As Kappelman heads to the line, second foul charge to Connor Price. As Kappelman adds to his 28, makes it 29. 80-65. We promised a high-scoring matchup in the pregame, and we're getting there. Although kind of at a extended pace at this point. Second free throw on the way for Kappelman. Nothing but net. 4 straight clutch free throws. He's got 30. And Liberal leads by 16. The long left wing 3 from Cheap. That rims out on the left side. Rebound taken by Kappelman. Pushes ahead to Miramontes with 4 seconds. And that's the ball game as Liberal upsets the Boomers on homecoming 81-65. And they'll take both games tonight. We step aside for a break, come back for the postgame, put a wrap on tonight, and get you set for what's ahead. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
For more than 20 years, Northwest Glass has served Northwest Oklahoma with all their glass and